Man, this is lifestyles of the poor and unfortunate. But I tell you what, bitch, we got views.
Hang on a second, guys. One second.
What up?
We've got to give a shout out to South Nashville Heating and Cooling.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Friend and supporter, show and proof. Also, the longest running sponsor of I Got Some Shit to Say, the podcast.
Absolutely. Look, man, South Nashville Heating and Cooling, where quality and craftsmanship come together. They've been doing this since 1985. That's almost 40 years of service. Expert designs, quality installations, superior service.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you something.
What's that?
Tell me.
I feel confident in the fact that South Nashville Heating and Cooling will keep me warm in the winter.
For sure.
It'll keep me cool in the summer.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, these middle months, Halloween, you'll be comfortable even then.
Absolutely, dude.
Y'all know the deal, man. South Nashville Heating and Cooling, we love those guys. Y'all see the name, y'all see the number. Tap in.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Always. Guys, last night, UFC off the chain. I watched it at one of my favorite places to do so at, right there at Fish House Sports Bar, right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Okay. Located at 1626 Middle Tennessee Boulevard.
Absolutely, man. It's a great spot to eat. They got really, really good food, and they cater as well.
Man, sweet potatoes, turnip greens, macaroni, hush puppies, all that, man. Give them a call, 615-410-3265.
Facts. That kicking chicken, bruh.
Catfish.
God.
But look here, if you go there, mention I Got Some Shit to Say the podcast for a 10% discount. JoJo going to take care of you over there. Again, that's Fish House Sports Bar right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Y'all go tap in. Wow. Hey, man, we all know that sports betting can get pretty intense over the holidays, right? But that's why I love my bookie, man. You don't have to sweat your payouts. They got that real cash in, cash out, real fast and quick process. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And use promo code ChadArms on a $50 deposit, and you get up to $200 instantly.
Fun fact, a lot of these betting sites and apps hit you with the bet $5, win $100, right?
Yeah.
What they don't tell you is you have to play 15, 25 time playthroughs in order to even cash out any of that money. My bookie is a one-time playthrough.
Dope.
Promo code ChadArms, baby.
Dude, y'all be sure to capitalize off this opportunity. Be sure to tap in right now. Join the MyBookie family. Use that promo code ChadArms. Let's go.
Yep.
What? It's I Got Some Shit to Say the podcast, man. We're back like we don't stop because trust us, we never do. Y'all know me.
Fuck you, Squints.
That's right. R.I.P.
Whizzle Fizzle.
Forever and always. And to my immediate right, who's on that? Sean Kemp?
Gary Payton.
Gary Payton, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm just playing.
ChadArmesTV.com.
Quick disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. We're not clickbaiting y'all.
Yeah.
This is the Bridgestone breakdown featuring Jelly Roll.
Absolutely.
And we're going to get right into that. That's coming now. But very important.
What's up?
Today is the release of Work, Chad Arms, O&E, and Upchurch.
Absolutely. Official lyric video is available now on available on ChadArmesTV. 7 p.m. on December 16th. It'll be on all streaming platforms. Joe and Jerry drops 12/23. Wanted to say that. We speak about it in the episode.
Yes.
But we got so quick. Go ahead and tell them, Squint.
Yeah, well, we were so caught up with when Jelly came through, we didn't actually have a date on the release of this episode. Obviously, we couldn't get it out before Monday of this current week just because, Jelly's part of something. This requires approvals and this kind of shit. Like there's a lot that goes into stuff when you get a guy like Jelly on your podcast. But in order to get everything cleared and stuff, we had to move on editing and that kind of thing. But we completely lost sight that it would initially be, that it would end up being released on the 16th. And we had every intention on the 16th having an episode called Work, featuring Chad and O&E. And we just really do promote the single like we normally do. But with all that being said, the Work episode's not going to happen, but hey, you get the Bridgestone breakdown from Jelly himself. Can't go wrong with that. But though it wasn't no way in hell we were going to let y'all get into that without being reminded that Work is available today, December 16th at 7 p.m. Central on ChadArmesTV.com.
For sure. Shout out to O&E, shout out to Upchurch.
Yes, for sure. It's a banging ass record. I'm so excited for the world to hear it.
Oh, yeah.
But on the other hand, like we said, let's get into the Jelly Roll Bridgestone breakdown. First, Jelly, thanks, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, Jelly.
You know, he always looks out for us, especially with the content and that kind of thing. Gives us the exclusive shit. And fun fact, that boy pulled up less than 48 hours after selling out to 15,000 people at his hometown show at Bridgestone.
Yeah, and we were so hype about the podcast that we didn't even really do an intro. So that's another reason we did this. So.
Yeah. So a disclaimer was necessary, just so we could use our cool little intros and to make sure we touched on work for a moment. Available tonight, 7 p.m. Central. The premiere link is listed below. Tap the fuck in.
Yeah, and we got the boy. This episode, we got the boys. We got Jelly, Squints, myself, O&E, and Leroy Biggs. Man, y'all enjoy for sure.
Dope ass episode. We hope dope ass episode. We hope y'all enjoy it. Work available now, 7 p.m. tonight. Next Friday, Joe and Jerry, 1223. Pre-save link listed below. These boys are finna chart next week. Y'all be ready for that.
Let's go.
I'm featured on the album too, man.
Hell yeah,
Let's go. Y'all know what it is, man. I got some shit to say.com, ChadArmesTV.com. Let's go. Jelly Roll, Bridgestone Breakdown.
Pow, pow.
You started yet, so I can throw you under the bus?
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, you're on
Just
now.
to recap, let me tell you what you missed before Squint started podcasting.
Yep.
Leroy breaks the law.
Yep.
One is almost on unsupervised probation. Well, that was your first thing. Yeah, that came all kind of snitches. You're right. But I said, does anybody want to smoke weed? I broke the law first, and Leroy was like, I too break the law. I was like, we're lawbreakers. And then that which some automatically made one remember when he wasn't a law-abiding citizen. He's like, I'm almost off probation, by the way.
Yeah. Straight up. I'm almost there, man.
Sorry about the bullshit. If you can't tell yet, it's I Got Some Shit to Say the podcast. We got none other than the big guy, Jelly Roll himself, back in the building with us once again. That's for you, big guy.
Hey. Can we just talk about it on the front side of this?
Shit, let's go.
Go ahead.
That I am here less than 48 hours after I got off stage?
Yeah,
absolutely,
sure.
100% correct, sir.
My goal was to do it within 24 hours, but dude, I didn't answer the phone for anybody yesterday.
And that's understandable.
I can't imagine what yesterday was like.
Yeah, I just slept.
That's completely
I didn't even
understandable.
sleep. I really sat upstairs, and let me tell you the most childish thing I did yesterday.
Go.
I sat upstairs all day. You know how you see the mentions on your Instagram? Like it says, like you got X amount of mentions?
Yeah.
Right.
So I had fucking hundreds or thousands from the show, right? I spent all day just watching them over and over.
Shit, I don't blame
and
you.
over. Yesterday was the first time I ever hashtagged my own name.
Wow.
Just in case I missed something. Let me see if it's out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a big enough event.
Yeah.
People wanted to just hashtag
Let's
me.
keep it real, though. Let's keep it real, though. Something happened that's never been done before. Though.
Never. No,
Yeah,
it was for everything that we've done and we've said on this podcast or together as friends privately that we thought was monumental and historical.
Yeah.
That was truly a history.
That was it,
Like, that
dude.
was like something else. That show will be talked about forever.
Forever.
Yeah, for real.
It was unreal. And the fact that you said it a moment ago when you said 48 hours ago, you literally were at a sold out hometown crowd.
15,563.
But
I think was the final number of asses in building.
Fuck yeah. Talk your shit. But even with the years attached to like knowing you and shit, bro, like when you came in tonight, Jelly, and you stood directly in front of me for a second, I couldn't get a word out for a minute, bro. I looked you right in your eyes like, bro, I don't even know what the fuck. But really, dude,
And I just popped in talking shit.
Yeah, for real.
No, well, you just got done texting, like, right? So sitting here, we were just chilling, and the door opened. I knew Squints went in. Hell, I leaned forward at first. I was like, hold on, wait a second. Shit.
I'm kind of glad I didn't get shot. No, I heard y'all talking. I was like, I think they're podding. I thought y'all were podding already. I was like, I'm just finna bust in and just break into that bitch.
No, we had just finished one. For our listeners and watchers, if you're watching, great. But if you're just listening, we got ChadArmesTV in the building, of course. Leroy Biggs, O-N-E, and Jelly Roll himself.
Mildred.
Yeah, we're still looking for Mildred.
Yeah.
One's still looking for the one love. He's looking for a
And
sugar
we're only,
mama,
like,
60 and up.
Yeah,
Right
she has
there,
to have the
bro.
sugar. She
Yeah,
has
dude.
to have the sugar. If she don't have the sugar, keep it up.
Yeah, he's had enough mamas.
Yeah. All sugar.
Facts, dude. That's
Say
all
that
facts.
shit again.
That's his ad
He's
lib. Every
looking
time
to-
we announce it, he says Mildred.
Yeah, he's got an application out right now with a 55 age minimum.
Yeah, man. 55 and up.
On the
man.
minimum,
Got
man.
to have the
And
bread.
here's the funny part. He has like a reasoning for it and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Believe that, man.
he's got testimony to why.
Man, believe that. Listen, man. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, man. One love is coming to you. I don't know exactly when, but it's coming.
That's great, man.
But yeah, Jelly, it's great to have you back, man, on the show, of course. But 2 nights after Bridgestone, man, Leroy didn't make it to the Bridgestone show,
Of course.
right?
Yeah.
Not surprising, right?
got
But
it
at the same
then for a
time,
reason.
What'd you do?
I got a damn good reason.
Go.
Yeah, he does.
I've been dealing with my pops.
Oh,
Facts. That's
God,
accurate.
I tell you, one, I hate to hear that, but two, I'm glad it wasn't incarceration.
No.
I was knowing you. I was like, was Leroy in jail this weekend?
For the first time, dude, no, it was all legal, bro.
I gave you a little free Leroy.
You know, man, immediately though, man, approaching downtown last night, Jelly, it was so surreal, but yet we all knew it was coming, like our whole lives growing up, man. Like we all knew that one day that shit would happen. And to see it full circle, just full fruition, just everything come to that night, man. It was so special, even just pulling into that atmosphere, just getting a block away from the arena. Like you could sense what was happening. Yeah. You could see it from the fans walking up and down the street.
Yeah.
To, you know, just all shapes and sizes, ages. Like it's just unreal the amount of support that came out for you that night, man. And just to see it, like I said, just to come full circle, like with all the years attached to it.
If you compare Black Fly days, right, the Black Fly building days,
right,
to last night, you know what I'm saying, like that's why you saw me down there like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, like that shit, man. It's inspiring.
Yeah, and
Real
one,
shit.
and you know, fun fact, Jelly, one hadn't got to see you do it like that yet.
No, I know.
One saw you.
One's been in complete otherworld mode. We talked about it a while ago.
Yeah, he saw you at the Ryman, which was a treat for him. And then, dude, after that show, he was skipping around like for real. He was
Opry.
No, it was
Opry.
Yeah, no, it was unbelievable, really. You know, the cool thing was I got to see all the videos of like people walking up, and because I tell you a story. Earlier this year, me and Brantley Gilbert were downtown shooting content for the Son of the Dirty South record.
Flex.
Yeah.
And while we were standing on the corner, right, I see all these people just start flooding downtown in these neon shirts and neon headbands and shit. And I'm like, who in the fuck is playing the Bridgestone tonight, right? So I'm like, and I just seen how much of an atmosphere that 15,000 people creates in one area.
Yeah.
Like that's a takeover Broadway, every bar. Yeah. That's like a takeover of downtown city amount of people.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know. Yeah. So you can't help but notice them, you know? Turns out New Kids on the Block was playing.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, so it makes sense, right? And I was like, damn, that's one, I thought it was super cool. They were still selling out arenas. Mad inspiring.
Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy inspiring, right?
That.
Just like if you ever think you're going to fall off, you fucking might not, dude. Look, New Kids on the Block just did an arena tour.
And
my sister goes to every one of the reunions. Every one of them.
My sister's jealous that she didn't. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that they take that many years off and then come back and still do it. Like, the boys went dormant for fucking 15 years.
No, and then just pop back up like fucking New Kids on the Block. They're all fucking in their 50s, 60s.
You're probably watching.
You know what I mean? It's fucking, what's up, Dubs? Good to see y'all. No, that was cool. I thought it was cool. But it just gave me, that was when I started thinking about it from that perspective. I was like, what would 15,000 Jelly Roll people look like down here? Like, what's that? How does that fit, you know?
So,
and I also tell people that I don't have listen, the stature of the people that were walking into the New Kids on the Block concert and the Maren Morris concert,
a little different,
and the physical stature of the people that were walking into the Jelly Roll show, I knew it'd be different. So I knew it wasn't going to be 15,000. Yeah. It was going to feel like a totally different 15,000.
Absolutely,
like 15,000 people going to see Sesame Street and 15,000 people going to see Luke Combs are two totally different sized 15,000 people. Yeah. The average dude was probably 6'1".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like that.
Straight up.
You know, but from even walking through the door, man, I mean, it was like everything I envisioned it to be. Like from what you're talking about to the crowd that was attached to it, to just the atmosphere itself, to just like the decor, the little shit laying around. Yeah. You know, like the photo op type shit. You know, like I know you and the team were real thoughtful of that. Like we were walking down just like, you know, we made our rounds as a podcast. Like we were just making our rounds, just saying hello to fans and shit, like just having our moment.
Right.
But we saw a fucking table that had Jelly Roll tattoos all over it. Like little temporary tattoos. Bro, you could walk up to it and get the fucking cross and shit and help yourself. You know what I mean? But it was just like, I knew that like you have something to do with all of that.
Oh yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? And us, we know that.
Right.
But just to see all of that happen to the magnitude it happened Friday night.
I tell you one thing that really fucking stands out, man. Like, y'all have history, right?
Right.
I'm the young dude coming in that's, you know, met people and like
catching fire though.
But it's like hell, even when
for real.
The couple of times I texted you or like you and Sonny talk or whatever, like we'll confide in Jelly like with our victories, right?
Right.
And talk about it and shit. Like the little shit that means the most to me, like this shit gets me emotional, bro. Like I should be dead or something. So like a little shit fucking, you know, and to see you like on stage in time express the emotion, like that's what makes it real. Like it's cool, but then it's like, damn, bro, like I can honestly say every one of the motherfuckers I'm with is from Skid fucking Row, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And this shit is
Man.
like,
I'm gonna tell you.
No, it was an unreal moment.
Just like I told the fellas, man, my favorite night, man, is when you brought your daughter. I mean, my favorite moment was when you brought your daughter.
Yeah, shout out Bailey. She killed it, man.
She killed it, boy. She shined
her
bright.
confidence is so strong now,
I'm talking
dude.
about, she came out there, man, and murdered it.
Yeah,
man,
dude, for sure.
Like on top. And it's
well,
like,
hell, look at who her daddy is.
exactly.
Yeah, no, that girl, man, I'm so proud of her.
But Jelly's got her out here getting reps, dude. I mean, she's out here.
And that's the thing. Like, when
she's
she
doing
came
shows.
out there, man, it was like, all
She's
right.
doing shows.
Bro, she didn't even look
That's
nervous.
And
dog.
even then, bro, like
even
y'all
know
know it as well as I do. At the end of the day, it's like you either are or you're not. Like you can be somebody's kid and just not have that showmanship, but like it's just in you, dude.
No,
for sure.
she's,
You know,
but she's what I appreciate about what she did on stage is, and y'all know this personally, but I hope people can hear this and understand this, that that's who Bailey is off stage. Yeah. Like Bailey is a real walk right up to you, greet you, look you in the eye, try to remember who you were, take the time to hear what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Like that's something you can't teach, man.
Nah.
That's just, I mean, you can teach it, but you know, that's just something that either comes natural or you got to work your whole life at being attentive.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And Bailey, I'm lucky that she's naturally like,
yeah, man.
how are you doing? Like makes eye contact with everybody in the room when she's holding a conversation. Little shit that matters, right? The shit you pay attention to in life, the shit at least I did. Well, you know, I don't know. We're also all old in this motherfucker, so there's a whole different there's a whole different set of morals being taught right now.
Hey, I take pride in being OG, man.
No, me too.
No, yeah.
No, but I realize I'm old now. Dude, I got a 14-and-a-half-year-old daughter. I can't even act. Somebody that was like, that's probably the easiest way for me to explain the music transition.
Yeah.
When I was Leroy's age, I was talking about the shit Leroy's talking about.
Facts, for sure.
Because I was doing the shit Leroy's doing now.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? You know what I mean? It's like, nah, I'm not Leroy's age. I'm like fucking Leroy's fucking oldest brother, uncle. I'm Leroy's uncle.
I was going to go for uncle.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck, I want to be an older brother, but God, that's a lie. I'm like an uncle. I'm fucking, you know what I mean?
I get it.
It's like, I wish I was fucking. That's how fucking young dude is. Like, I look like I could be your older brother. I'm like, that's a lie. I'd have to be an uncle or something. I mean, I'd be a really older brother. Your daddy'd have to be like 80, 90. You know what I'm saying?
Man, so I'm gonna give you some props while you're here, man.
Yeah.
All right. So a while back, man, we was talking about like the amount of people who life you affected when it comes to this music that you don't even know.
Right.
Not intentionally, possibly not even knowing.
Right.
But man, the fact that I can be gone for so long, come back.
Yeah.
And still have a fan base based off of music that we did.
Yes,
is a fucking blessing.
That's what we were finding out when he came back and said he wanted to start doing music, and we started putting together the Joe and Jerry stuff and us doing collab stuff. And like, bro, everybody, even at the show, people were coming up to him, man, welcome to the Trap House.
Man, it was like a fucking
you know, that was 12 years ago.
And the dreads are back. It's something about the dreads.
Something about the dreads, man.
Turns one into a different person.
That's what it is, man. What's the dude name in the Bible, man?
Samson. The strength was in his hair. The strength was in his hair.
Yeah.
No, that's a big fact.
Yeah.
How many of them we got? We brought enough, didn't we? We didn't just bring a few, did we? Let's get let's get awkward. Let's get uncomfortable.
Let's get weird in here. So let's spin back to Bridgestone for a minute, boss. When we talk about how the show started, you know, shout out to Highlight and Chill.
That's what tripped me out when we walked in to our seats and Welcome to the Trap House was playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he said, how many old school Jelly Roll fans? And everybody in the arena was yelling.
Yeah, man.
It was unreal.
That's what I was.
One of my favorite clips from the night, and trust me, I've watched every clip I think that exists about this show, was when they brought White up and they did Break the Knob Off.
Yeah. And
there was a moment in that arena where you watched everybody dancing. Like I seen like somebody shot it from up in the 300. You just see everybody kind of dance. Like even the people that didn't know the song just appreciated the spirit and the energy that was happening in that moment. I thought it was so clever to have Highlight there and have him and Chill work together.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Chill leaves so Highlight can close it and kind of like, cool, you know what I mean? Like,
it was great.
Crazy.
It was like a real hat tip to the original. And because we wanted to do a thing in the set where I did like a 6-minute medley of just the old shit. Mm-hmm. And I was like,
yeah, we started to get a petition.
I was like, if we don't do it with a DJ, like if we don't make it a DJ set on that stage with me and Highlight, it won't make sense.
People will be like, what?
And then I was like, man, but the sonically, it would never hit as hard without the band.
Yeah.
But if I put the band into it, then I felt like I wasn't doing justice to what the spirit of the music really was back then.
Gotcha.
So I was like, how do I do that? And then I think it was, frankly, I think it was either John Maneely, my manager, or Chill. It was like, we just need to do like a 10-minute set. It was like put a timer up.
Yeah.
And I was like, and the crazy, what I loved about this was that they were bold enough to DJ it.
Oh yeah.
Because I told them, I said, my advice to y'all is put you out a 10-minute set and just hit play and talk shit.
Play it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Act it.
But
You know what I mean? They were like, no, we'll
DJ.
do this. I was like, all right. Just know that when that clock goes down to fucking zero, dog.
Yeah. But I love how they did it on that side of the arena too, at the smaller stage, and but it was so hype, dude.
Well, can I tell you, I've been wanting to nerd out about this.
Go.
So a lot of that too was designed by throw the left hand to hide the right.
Okay.
Like if you noticed, we put them out there, and then we put Michael Buffer.
Shout out Michael Buffer.
Michael Buffer, which is the next part to get to. Crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to skip. Sorry, I skipped the part, but it was. I wanted to do something because I wanted to leave this opinion of like, oh shit, maybe that's what that stage was for. Like I wanted somebody in the crowd to not think about that stage again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wanted, because they walk in and you're going to see it. You're going to be like, oh shit, Jelly's going to come out here. But I was like, if I put enough things on it before I come out there, they might think that whole little stage is just there for fucking Michael Buffer.
That's what I thought. That's what we thought.
You see what I'm saying? So I really, it was by design. I threw the left to hide the right.
Right.
Because I knew that when I got to come back around to that was going to be a moment.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, I have never spent more time, nobody on my team has, than we did designing and getting ready for the Nashville show.
Well, that shit, man,
It
y'all put
showed.
it off, man. Y'all put it off big time, man. That
Hours.
that was a.
We
real
rehearsed for
fucking
8
show.
days, for 12 days before it.
I believe it. And
I'll tell you something else. Hold on, you ready for oh man, I got so many crazy stories to tell you about this week. We had access to the Bridgestone Arena from December the 1st to the 9th.
Damn.
I've been in and out of that arena every single day for 10 days before we played.
That makes sense. When Rel was posting and stuff there, like people skating and stuff. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I've been there. I mean, we were pretty much camped out 24 hours a day. I had one night I pulled in there at 3 or 4 in the morning just because I was dick. I couldn't sleep.
Damn.
And there was dudes in there programming lights. They were running 24-hour shifts for 9 days. At night, people program lights and video content. First thing during the morning, when they left, the next crew would come in and they'd start setting up the cameras and loading, rigging cameras, and then we'd come in and do live rehearsal and actually run the whole set through.
Dope.
And then fucking the lighting dude would come in at night, and then he'd leave. He'd come in from 5 to midnight, and at midnight, these fucking hippie-looking dudes would show up and just program all night. It was wild, dude.
That is wild.
That shit wild, man.
It was crazy.
The way that it came all together, man. Fucking fire and the lights.
Yeah, it's crazy as fuck. I mean, I remember when it used to just be like, "What's going on your show list tonight?" You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on the CD that we're gonna who's the DJ? It didn't even none of that mattered.
Me and all of us, everybody in this room except for my baby Bubba, have been to shows together. Where we literally would look at the DJ and go, "No, not that one. Play number 7."
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We would literally like right there with the microphone tell the DJ, "No, stop. Play number 7 though. Number 7's what you got to play right now." It's like we were literally just handing a disc in. A mixtape, like, and with the DJ writing down, we're gonna play 1, 4, 7, and 18. Bro, that's our 4 songs.
Dude, it's all
about this. My meet and greet for the Nashville show had 175 more people than my first Nashville show.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy. Like
my first, like the first time I ever tried to sell. Let that inspire you, Leroy, please, brother. The first time I ever tried to sell a ticket in Davidson County, I sold, I think, 75 tickets.
Yeah.
And we ended up doing like 250 meet and greets. And that's where we capped it.
Right.
And I don't like to do meet and greets because I never want to feel impersonal. I want to sit down and talk to people. Yeah. So I would do meet and greets and they would take 3 hours because I'd just be listening, and then I'd miss shows or it'd be after. It's just crazy. So I was like, I got away from doing meet and greets because I just never want nobody to feel like they paid for something they didn't get.
Yeah.
Plus some of the stories would weigh on you. When
for sure they would weigh. I would cry. But it's also, and I want to use y'all's platform to express that to fans that it's never a malicious reason we don't do meet and greets, and it's not because I don't like meeting fans. Right. It's because I like meeting fans so much that I was spending hours and hours. I was missing so many things. You know what I mean? But I did it for the Nashville show because all the money went to charity.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever it takes for the, to me, it was just an extra way to raise more money. Like, to me, this was a going out of business sale. I was trying to raise, I mean, nobody knows it because I never promoted it that way, but this was a telethon for me.
Yeah.
I was like, how can I raise as much money as possible for these kids?
Yeah. That makes perfect sense.
Well, one thing too, man, like the specific, like, look at what you donated it to, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck,
well, it's not even that. Look how he did it. It's the fact that the proceeds and then he matched it.
Yeah.
That's where you take it up times.
It's just like, it's a demographic.
It's like
nobody's ever thought about. Like, who are we helping? Oh, damn. Misled juvenile. They fucking need it. Fuck.
Man, especially when you
it'll help me out.
Come from that truth. When you come from that, man, you feel that shit.
Yeah.
You feel that shit. Man, I wish a motherfucker would have done that shit back when I was
bro, and
13, 14.
Going back to what he was saying when he said he sold 75 tickets, bro, you can go to Chad Arms TV like 12 years ago. He's sitting outside of the Rutledge before it opened because we were making sure nobody got in for free.
Yeah.
Because that's what we had. I mean, that's just
we needed every dollar.
Yeah, because and that was. I mean, now it's like, bro. I mean, I think
I've sold tickets to. I mean, dude, I've went and sold tickets to my own shows. Like I was like, I'll pull up on you. Like I got tickets in my hand. Like, can I come sell you a ticket?
Like during this conversation, it can go so many different ways because we all know each other, obviously. So I'm gonna do our best, try to keep sight of fucking Bridgestone.
But that's why you got the captain's seat.
Exactly. So let's steer back to Bridgestone
for what it's worth. Everybody else is, I'm high.
Yeah, we all are.
Don't let me be in charge of the conversation.
No, I'm not either.
I'm not there.
In fact, while we're being honest, for all intents and purposes of who could be watching this, we're smoking CBD Delta now.
Oh yeah,
it's completely legal in the state of Tennessee.
Absolutely. But at the same time, the conversations go, and when they go any direction, they last long because they're fucking great. Like we all can sit here and relate to everything that's being said at this table, so we can go any direction and just keep fucking going without us noticing. So don't, But back to Bridgestone, man. Coming out with Buffer. When Buffer fucking came out, dog.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
you know what I mean, dog? I posted a clip of it. I'm sure you've seen it amongst the million that you watched, but dude, that blew me away, dog, because it was just like, hold the fuck up. Like, that was just like
no, he didn't.
This is like a little extra, you know what I'm saying?
He didn't do that.
My favorite part was he cussed.
Yes.
Wish the fuck they were here. I was like, when he said, I was like, Michael Buffer just cussed. I got that audio forever.
Yeah,
I was like, I own that, dude.
How did that come about? Was that hard to achieve? Like, what was that like?
Man, I'm so glad I get to talk about this in detail.
Please.
I want to thank my manager, John Manili. I want to thank my business manager, Caleb C. I want to thank my booking agent, Hunter Williams from CAA.
Yeah.
They brought Michael Buffer in. I don't know what they paid him. I don't know what arrangement they worked out. I just know it was at zero cost to me. And they just did it. It was like a birthday. They said, listen, what we don't expect nothing for your birthday. What we got you is cooler. Yeah. And then around my birthday, they were like, we can't keep it a secret no more because I was so involved with the logistics of the show.
Yeah.
So they were like, we got to tell you, man, before your birthday, we paid for Michael Buffer to come open the show.
Dope as fuck.
I was like, you're kidding me. I was like, let's get ready to rumble Michael Buffer, like the real Michael Buffer. He was like, yeah.
So you had no idea.
Because I had mentioned it.
Okay.
I had mentioned it in passing, but I was like, we don't got the budget because Andrew Scholes had Bruce bring him out for his special.
Right.
Yes. What up, Scholes? Love you. Yeah. I actually just text Scholes this yesterday. And that was inspiring as fuck. I was like, yo, fucking Scholes, he killed that shit, dog. Right. I was like, we need to get like somebody to announce me like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like, it's a good idea, and then never brought it back up. You know what I mean? And then I was like, that's probably out of the budget. It's got to be at least $30,000 to $50,000, I'd reckon.
I would think he'd probably come with.
I was curious. I wasn't gonna explore that number on you or anything, but at the same time,
Michael Buffer's.
I'm guessing he's $50,000.
I did want to know how it happened.
I mean, I bet it's based on corporations, right? Yeah, I bet it's like he looks at us like an indie. But if if a record label called him, he'd probably, you know what I mean, or
Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football, charge them $1 million. But
man, I knew it was gonna be different. Like just by where it was at. Then you get down there, you see the crowd, like, all right, yeah, this is different. But then when that happens, it's like, damn, this is different.
I love that clip personally, man. The clip that I posted of Buffer, it's the tail end of it, right where he drops the F-bomb and the lights at the main stage are about to start going red. You know what I mean? And I love the clip that I posted because shout out to Kimura. Kimura finally met Jelly today. Fun fact. Everybody
what
knows.
Up, Kimura?
Everybody knows on the podcast that's been an ongoing thing about
homies for life now.
Yeah, right. But at the same time, when she filmed this portion that I posted and then sent me the video, but it has my genuine reaction is when that record starts and Jelly comes out. You know what I mean? And I love,
goes on,
yeah, and I love it that because Jelly's been coming out to the Hate Goes On for a minute.
Produced by
Sunny Paradise.
Yeah,
What up, Son? Doggy Dog?
I never knew that.
Yeah, the second song that says produced by Stoner.
Oh, yes,
that was kind of by design too, though. I've always rocked that way because I love the way the two songs talk to each other, and I also think it's important. As I've gained success with the newer music, I think I come out to those two songs because one, it's a throwback to how I got there, and two, it's setting an understanding of who I am too. You know what I mean? Like if y'all thought this wasn't still going to be a rock and roll kind of hip hop show, let's just get that out of the way. Fucking song 1 and 2.
Yep.
Right, let's just go on. You know what I mean? Like if you thought you know what I'm saying? Like if you thought this wasn't gonna be a bunch of foul mouth drinking, encouraging, fucking wild shit happening up here,
the way the Tennessean explained it,
yeah, you know what I mean? It's like we went straight to the Tennessean had the best article on
bro. They said it was like talking about activists, and they were saying all that in the article.
No, the article was insane. I was like, yo, I can't believe they wrote about that.
I think they called you portly, which I thought was really. Which was, I mean, just the way that they said it. Yeah. They were just describing like the way that Jelly looks may not be something you would see as a normal country star. Yeah. You know, like the article's really good.
The article's extremely well written. Thank you to the Tennessean.
Yeah, I've been sharing all that shit. Everything I see your name attached to, I pretty much throw out there. But one particular article, I think it was the Tennessean, just got shared like crazy. It seems like, but it was a great article. Do you ever get a chance to see any of those people, like
any of the who?
People that write about you?
I actually know the guy who wrote that. Yeah. I've met him a couple of times. His name's Marcus, and he is absolutely awesome. First of all, if you're ever in a room with Marcus, dude, you will be the second best dressed person there.
Oh, really?
That dude
like one of those?
Fresh, dude. That dude. Ever you see him, that's how I remembered him so many times. Just got a really good energy, man.
Gotcha.
Skinny guy, always dresses fucking great. Just good energy, man. Him and Matt's another guy who wrote all the other articles from over. The Tennessee has been really, really good to me, man.
The whole city seems really supportive of you lately, man, and I love it. It's so great. You know, like when we talk about the years attached to all of our relationships with you, man, like it's almost like the route you were going, Jelly, before the music changed, and everybody knows when it changed and how it changed. It was been almost like a slow but almost immediate transition the way you've done this,
right?
And the success that you're seeing now, and it's just like finally everybody fucking opened up and just realizes how special you are, dog. And it's been like that for a long time. Like we knew it back when we were fucking kids. I mean, literally teenagers still, like 19 years old, 20 years old, I think is when I met you.
Facts.
And it's like bananas now.
It came a long way from A-game,
right? You better know about it.
But from like Chad said, from the footage we have of you outside the Rutledge, you know, waiting on your own money, like that type shit to, you know, to me, I remember, I've told the story on the podcast somewhere in the first 130 something episodes about how I pretended to be Jelly's DJ one night just because he didn't have a DJ. All we had to do is hit play. Yeah. But I had a set of turntables, so I literally got to pretend.
Yeah. No, these are facts.
Fun fact. Great fact.
No, this is true story.
It's inspiring, man.
Yeah. And then to see him at Bridgestone, you know, on top of the Opry and Ryman and all, you know, just all these stories. I went to Red Rocks and got to witness that. And then you know, full circle back to Bridgestone. I just don't see it ever. I don't know when it's going to keep getting bigger, but goddamn, Bubba, when Bridgestone was so special, man.
No, it was Can I ask you this?
Please.
Who did you expect a special guest to be?
Rumor. So there was
Ernest.
There was a bird. Yeah, Ernest didn't surprise me. Struggle, of course, didn't surprise anybody.
I said it on the episode we just did. What surprised me is that I figured you'd get Tech. I'm surprised Chris Calico. You got Chris Calico and Tech. I thought that was really cool.
That was interesting too. Yeah.
The biggest surprise all night to me was Sam Hunt.
Shout out Zach Crow.
Yeah, I thought, shout out Zach Crow. ZC Top, baby. ZC Top.
Dude, that stamp.
ZC Top, dude.
How long has that been a thing?
I fucked with him. I was high. I called him that a year ago or something.
Damn, that's great.
Zach, man.
That's a good one, Jelly.
That was cool, though.
What was the rumors?
Morgan Wallen.
Well, you know what? I'll give you this.
And he did a private show that night, right?
Morgan did. No, Morgan had a thing, and I don't want to spread his business like that, but he had some. It wasn't nothing personal neither. He probably wouldn't mind me telling, but I'll say this: Morgan was did everything he could. We talked to Morgan. We talked to Morgan's manager probably 20 times that week to try to figure a schedule where he could come sing. That would have been crazy. He wanted to do it that bad that he was like, and it just because it was on the B stage, it was only going to work at the time we did it. And Morgan had to leave town for whatever his next thing was the next day. You see what I'm getting at? So it's it was like, if I could have, but dude, I've never seen somebody try harder.
Shout out
and even the message he sent me, like the kind of spirit that dude really has. Man, that dude sent me a real message. Like, man, I'm truly sorry, Bubba. Like, and I knew he was trying because my manager was calling me like, "Yo, what if we move this to this?" And I was just, the way the set was already set up, it just had to go the way it went. And I mean, he did everything he could to be at that show, man.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that's dope as fuck. That was a rumor floating around, and actually, like after that didn't happen, I almost thought it was like a misrumor to where it was actually Sam Hunt and not Morgan Wallen that was happening. It was just like some misrumors going around. But to hear you explain it like that, I did hear somebody else explain it to me like that, saying that it was just sort of like everybody tried to make it work and it just didn't work out for both parties, so it just didn't happen.
Yeah, it just couldn't work. But I mean, he wanted, man, that dude.
But I think it's interesting that to hear it come from you that it was so close to happening.
No, it was so close to happening. I'm sure he wouldn't mind me sharing that. He's a relatively private person, which I appreciate, but he knows I just tell the truth.
Seems like a dope ass dude, though. Honestly,
he is, man. He gets a bad rap, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Not from this guy.
I'm just saying in general. You know what I mean? Because he's also, you got to realize that dude is the biggest artist on earth right now. Let me give you a piece of perspective, right? The number one most streamed dude in country music this year was Morgan Wallen. He did 2.1 billion streams.
Ooh, damn.
The second person closest to him was Zach Bryan, who did like 1.3.
That's surprising.
Listen, dog, he outstreamed the second person by a fucking billion streams, y'all.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Do you know how it's not even a fair fight.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even need to be on the list no more. Why is he not with the pop people?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that dude is a fucking complete superstar.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Dog, I sold out one night at the Bridgestone. That's where my fan base is. He sold out 3 nights and could have sold 2 more. He'll play the stadium next time and sell it clean, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know where I'm at in my career. You know how hard it is for me to find time to do anything? Yeah. Like, I'm not crying about it. I'm blessed to be where I am. But I mean, literally, like, to find time to just go, like, spend time with my mother.
Right.
I have to put it in a calendar. I have to put it in weeks in advance because the calendar is so full all the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I have to do just to see my own mother. Man, I bet that dude. Man, I bet he's just glad to have a moment to fucking breathe. I bet so much shit happens around him in his name that he don't even know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
That dude's tour probably employs fucking 350 people.
And the fact that he was still trying to make it.
And he was still trying to make it. We're not talking, we're talking about the biggest artist, dude.
Yeah, it's interesting.
My schedule was like, I hit y'all immediately like, look, I know I can do Sunday. It's the only day of the calendar that tells me I can breathe. You know what I mean? It's like, so I couldn't imagine that getting that on that dude's calendar right now. You probably got to book 6 months in advance just for like to go write a song with him. Yeah, I bet his songwriting schedule is out fucking 6 months. Yeah. You know what I mean?
This interests me the most because just to hear the way you're referencing the Morgan Wallen like this, bro. So I mean, I've seen an article where he's like giving you flowers. I've seen something in something.
I'm not. All I'm going to say is this: and publicly and privately. Morgan has done a lot for me on Music Row.
Dope.
That's what's up.
I'll tell y'all straight up. He has done a lot. You know, just because that town is small, everybody knows everybody, and they'll turn on you kind of quick, or they won't fuck with you if they're afraid of something, or you know what I mean. You kind of got to have a cosign. It's kind of like the streets to a degree. Like you got to come in with a couple of dudes and go, no, he's a good guy.
Right.
You can actually trust him. He's not going to flip on nobody. He's not going to spread business publicly because that's another very important thing in this game. I do that. I don't. You know what I mean? Even issues I have, I settle them on phone calls. But you know, it's like you got to have somebody come in and really be in your. And I'll give you a few names really, but he's one of them that's been a big one for me. That's all because of Ernest.
Shout out Ernest.
Yeah, for sure.
Zach Crowell, obviously, from the production side. I can get in almost any writing room now because of him and Ernest. Between him and Ernest.
Damn. Shout out those guys.
There's not nobody in town that I can't get on the phone.
Shout out Zach, man.
Keith Urban was the first person that said something about me publicly.
Flex.
And I've thanked him. I'll send you the clip if you want to play it, if you can find a way to integrate it in this podcast.
All I need is a clip.
But it's the first time he did the top 30 countdown with Kix Brooks, he talked about me.
Fire.
You know what I mean? Now there's
man.
Shout out to Kix Brooks, great dude.
Yeah.
He's another one. He's been really good to me just because he's cool as shit.
Yeah.
But early, believe it or not, Tyler Hubbard and Shay Mooney.
Wow.
Were like two of the first people that really, this is stuff that I heard. These are guys that went out of their way to say
Hubbard
something nice about me.
From Florida Georgia line, and Shay is from Dan and Shay.
Yep.
Shay is probably one of the best vocalists on this planet, correct?
I think Shay's the best vocalist in country music.
Yeah, I think that's probably my vote. I'd have to sit and like really break it down.
Luke Combs was the first person to congratulate me for playing the Grand Ole Opry.
It's just crazy, man.
Flex,
like the whole,
I swear, it's just been crazy. And I'm not trying to be a big name dropper. Please don't let this come. First of all, y'all, I'm a kid from Antioch, so maybe I am name dropping. Fuck you. I can't believe I know these people and they fuck with me. How y'all feel about that shit right there? Let's just get that in the open on the front end. Maybe I am fucking name dropping. All right. If you come from where I'm from, you fucking name drop too. How about that? Yeah. Tell you every celebrity I know. Fucking Antioch. That's crazy. I wasn't never supposed to meet any celebrity ever. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to sit in the nosebleeds at concerts the rest of my life. That was destiny until I died young or got life in prison. So
I totally get it, dude.
Fucking Tyler Hubbard likes me. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he got all that out. I don't even think he like took a breath, but he got all that in.
Dude, I totally get it though, man. It's even crazy like to even think, where we are in the podcast. Chad, this episode's what, 134 or something like that, right?
Let's go.
134, right? And Jelly first came through on I Got Some Shit to Say on episode 14, and then he came back around on episode 100. But we talked about on episode 100 briefly at Tailgates and Tallboys about the progression and just like the continued success and the blessings you're seeing, bro. And just it's unreal. But when you sit and you go on a rant like that, it really just it's almost less surprising to us now because we've seen that path as of lately,
right? Yeah.
But dude, to hear you do it and still hear you do it, it's
I'm fucking still fired up, dude. It's weird.
It's the most exciting shit.
You know how I describe my success to people?
Go.
Weird. It's weird, right? It's weird. It's weird. It's not weird in a bad way. It's just weird, like, dude.
Still trying to wrap your head around it.
Yeah, it's like, but y'all know, you really know me.
Yeah.
I spent my whole life trying to do one thing.
Right.
And it was this.
Right.
And anytime I did something other than this, it was just to try to get money to come back and do this.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? It was like maybe every now and then I wasn't really good at balancing. So sometimes I'd drop a mixtape, it wouldn't do great. I'd have to go do the 1-2 tough, disappear for 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 months, get my bag right, come back and go, all right, we're going to try to be a rapper again. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm so glad to not only be having this podcast, I'm glad to be having it with Leroy sitting next to me. Because some of the stuff I'm saying is like almost directed at you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I hope you take everything I'm saying personal because I hope this inspires you in a way you could not believe. Because I've always seen so much of you and me.
Everybody, a lot of people have, bro. For sure.
Yeah, so it's like.
We talk about that a lot.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because he's, I get it. I know exactly where he's at. It's like fucking. Yeah. And the hardest part is knowing where somebody's at. Where you're at. And no matter, all I can really say is, it's just time.
Yeah.
You're just fighting time.
Yeah.
I know it sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just, you're just fighting time, dude. You're just, Joe Rogan did a podcast for fucking 8 years before it made $1.
Yeah.
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 You know what I mean? Like for 8 years, 7 years, he potted like consistently. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, before it worked. It's just one of those things that it's just, even when I see people skip the line, I'm like, you still got to work or you'll lose.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we all see people skip the line.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
You have a dude come out of nowhere.
For a long time, I almost skipped the line. Like,
no, well, shit, we wish you would. But here's the deal. Even if you do, you got to maintain. You're going to hear what I tell people. You're not going to cheat the work. You're going to put 10 years in this, whether you put 9 of it broke and win on the 10th or spend 9 of it winning. You still got to put work in.
Like I told about Leroy when he said that before, he thought that. And I was like, yeah, bro, church threw you the ball, but you still had to dunk that motherfucker, though. And you had to keep it up.
But I can also tell you this, even deeper than church just throwing you the ball and giving you the oop, your relationship with him and you maintaining it.
Yeah, for sure.
It speaks a lot about your character.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's an important part of why I think church is attracted to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he knows that you're a loyal dog.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And
sure.
he knows that you got a good spirit, and he knows that you understand the consistency of building a relationship.
Yeah, man.
And that's special, man. And I don't ever want you to overlook that skill set in itself. You know what I mean?
Man. Salute to church too, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Shout out to church, by the way. The homie. Talk to me
What up,
about
church?
Yeah, bro. It's just like I grew up with his. You know, he was 8 years older than me. Like I grew up with his brothers.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, but your heart is to always get back to that guy from there.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like, make no mistake. That's the spirit.
Yeah.
I can tell you, if Upchurch had a perfect scenario in life, it's put another motherfucker from down the street on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I swear, I know, like, his personality is like, he could go get anybody on, but he'd much rather.
Creeker, baby.
Yeah,
Well,
for
it
sure.
was,
100%.
It's like,
That's
you know,
why I really wish.
and I'll throw it under the bus. Fuck, I feel like statute of limitations shit, right? Like, there was a short amount of time where me and Ryan would smoke pot together, and not only was it illegal for him to be smoking pot, but it was really illegal to be smoking with me, bro. Like, you know?
Facts. Hell yeah, dude. Nah, it's even like you said, Jelly. It's dope to even see you sitting next to Leroy Biggs.
Yeah,
in all honesty,
cool,
you know what I mean. But that's what I lean back.
Yeah,
and
I'm
said a
putting
minute
this
ago.
on my mom's fridge, bro.
Right. I wish you would have caught the Bridgestone show, Leroy. I really wish you would have been there because
it was crazy.
So, and I'll say the one thing that just really didn't fucking depress me the fuck out about it, right? Like, I got you there giving me a play-by-play. I got you there giving me a play-by-play. I got Billy giving me a play-by-play, and he's up there, so he's sending me like fucking aerial footage of the shit.
Right.
I got Cheesy texting me, cussing me out. Like,
Listen, hold on. Let me talk about this while we're here.
go.
Billy, I love you, and I've already texted you this privately, but I don't know how you ended up with that ticket. I'm so sorry, dude. I would have never done you like that equally. You know, listen, y'all. I'm not making this number up, and this is, I know, I'm going to hear flex, but, bro, there was thousands of people that couldn't get in.
Oh, I already know. Yeah.
Like, people that were just hanging out outside, it was just like, well, fuck, at least we're close. Just in case something shook where they could. There was like thousands of people just old school there, and the potential that something would happen that they could get in.
And you know how much motherfuckers could have sold a ticket for outside that door?
I know what some people paid, and it blew my mind.
Yeah, man.
Don't tell me that, bro, because as a dirty motherfucker.
But I will also tell you this.
We're going to pay off a mortgage.
No, it was crazy, man. But I will tell you this, though. Even when we had the obstructed view tickets that we sold that were behind the stage, do you know the only reason I justified that was, one, we're raising money. But two, that's one of them shows you just wanted to be in the building for.
Right.
Yeah, you just didn't want to miss it, man.
That's one of them shows where it was like, I don't care if you was out in the hallway.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You couldn't have nowhere to sit. You were just lingering. Like, that's one of them shows that you wanted to be in the building for.
There's no way in hell I was missing that show.
And what was super dope, Jelly, to see it, because I've seen the set. You know, we've all seen the set, or at least me and Chad have seen it a couple times. You know, like the set from this past tour.
Right.
But then to see the closing show of the tour be here at home, you know, the homecoming tour, your first sold out show here at Bridgestone, it was fucking a movie, bro. Yeah, but I gotta tell you, the visual of the 3D screen and shit, bro, it was absolutely beautiful, bro. It looked the class that fucking thing displayed, you know, compared to like the pixel type big screens that we're used to seeing on the side. Whatever that difference was worth, dollar amount for that type of enhancement, that was fucking insane. That blew my mind, dog. And like the trailer park shit behind you, like the imagery of the trailers and shit behind you.
Oh,
like,
and the church scene, and the bar, and the big Nashville skull, and the Nashville Broadway look.
Bro, the flame when it was on fire and shit, bro.
The shit that was falling down, man.
The sparks. That's at the end.
I was like, man, the breath and get caught on fire.
No, it was close. You'll feel it. You act like it don't hit, but you'll feel it, boy. That motherfucker, it's like when you hold a sparkler and it hits your hand. Yeah, it don't burn, but it just. But you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what you feel. It's just like a sparkler.
I got teary twice. You know what I mean? Y'all know I'm an emotional guy, man, especially when it comes to Jelly and seeing him on that type of platform. I'm known to get emotional. I've openly admitted it. I don't give a fuck. But you got me twice this show, boss. You got me when Riley Green came out.
Yeah.
That was beautiful, dog. That was, and y'all know I'd recently lost my pops, and I had Kimura with me, dude, and she lost her shit.
Oh God,
Yeah, lost her shit. But it was beautiful, dude. It was amazing. It was a great surprise too, because that was like one of them things you threw in there that wasn't really part of the set before. You know what I mean? Like one of them special homecoming type show shits, and that song means something to you and your family.
Yep, and it was important for me that I desperately, as I'm taking my next single to country radio.
Need a favor available now.
Yep, thank you, and it's doing incredible.
Fucking great.
But we had I just kind of called Riley and was honest with him. I said, Riley, the fight I'm fighting every day is they say I'm not country enough. Yeah. You know, I was like, Riley, I'll be honest, man, I don't know nobody more country than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're in the top 5 countries motherfuckers I personally know in this town. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I was like, and fucking dude, you know, Riley is once again, me and Ernest talked about this yesterday. It's a weird thing to try to not. It's weird. I feel weird saying it because I don't ever want to seem like I'm name dropping. Yeah. But equally, this is like my life right now, weirdly enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm just telling you. It's like if you told me what you went to the grocery store and did yesterday and what you talked to your uncle about. It's like, you know what I mean? Like,
you're just
as weird as it sounds, this is fucking kind of what it is. And I was like, you know, Riley, man. So Riley is a really good dude. Like, really good dude. Like, he brought me out to sing Family Tradition with him at his Nashville show. He could have called anybody in Nashville.
Yeah.
Garth Brooks would have came out with him. He called me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I said this on his post when he posted the picture. Riley is a little talk, a lot of action dude in a town that's full of a lot of talking and a little action.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like our whole text thread about this show, Riley just was like, gotcha, man, be there. First thing he said was, let me wait till next week. I'll let you know if I can do it. Monday morning, probably 10:15 in the morning, Riley's like, I'm in. See you Friday, Bubba. That's all he said.
That was a good surprise.
I was like, yo, you need a guitar or anything? He was like, yeah, if you got one. If not, he was just, first of all, everybody who came out with us was insanely easy to deal with.
Great.
Nobody.
Good for you.
It was the most, everybody who signed up for that. I wanted to take people on like a journey, and I wanted to create I want you to imagine my special guest on a festival lineup and how wild that would look like.
Bring it on.
Imagine Jelly Roll and Sam Hunt.
Yeah.
Tech Nine and Chris Calico.
I picture the poster.
Shine Down, Riley Green, Ernest, Chris Young. You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine? Can you just wrap your head around this? I had Sam Hunt, Tech Nine, and Riley Green.
Yeah, bro.
On a show together.
That would have to be done at the Titan State.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That doesn't happen anyway.
That would be crazy.
You know,
like envisioning the poster, you know, like a festival poster with your name big and then just tears down, but just like I see the vision. I really do. And
to me, and I just did it like because I love the idea of that everybody knew the Tech Nine song just as much as they knew the Riley Green song, just as much as they knew Flower Shops, just as much as they knew Chris Young, just as much as they knew Shine Down. You know what I mean? Like just as much as they knew Struggle. Like to me, it was 15,000 people that was like
on the same page,
same page about everything, and it doesn't look like they should be on the same page. No, like at face value, if you were like, you like Sam Hunt song by like a back row, yeah. You like Creature with Jelly Roll and Tech Nine, yeah. You like Grandpa's Never Died by Riley Green, I do. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't sound like.
So, you know, like I just said, it's like everyone's on the same page. It's one of those things like. Not just as a show, but as a historical moment for Nashville history. Like, you doing Bridgestone Arena may have different variations, but it all means the same thing to different people.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
For you to do that shit, like, means the same. Like, because it is like, hey, man, like, not only did the losers win a little bit before, but damn it, they won now.
Yeah.
Like,
believe it.
It's a big win.
I was in the barbershop earlier that day with my barber and them. They didn't know that you know what I'm saying, they knew that it was a show. They didn't know exactly who it was. Right. So I tell them, and they like, you talking about from Antioch? Yeah. Right, instantly start cheesing. 3 barbers, every last one of them start cheesing. I'm on Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you said, it's a win.
Jelly,
man. That's Nashville talk.
That's real shit. One of the greatest moments of the show to me.
Hold on, one second, just because I love to paint pictures. For anybody listening right now or watching, Jefferson Street is in North Nashville. It's the most historic black part of town. It was the original black part of town. Like when Nashville was genuinely segregated.
For sure.
Jefferson Street was, because it runs straight into TSU. Right? So, and I'm from Antioch, which is about as far south as you can go before you get out of that county. We're both in Davidson County, but I'm the last stop before Rutherford. So yeah, that was how special that was. When one said that, he's talking about a really a different culture. Even
it means so much, man, because it shoots far from race. It shoots far from genre of music. Like the little people got us one. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And motherfuckers, man, how much is the tickets, man? I need a ticket. Well,
no, that's crazy though, right? That people immediately were like, it's like one of us finally.
Yeah, man.
I'm really considering, man, I'm finna drop something big here. Calling my next album A Tale of Two Nashvilles.
Ooh. That's interesting.
Because I feel like now that I'm on the other side of Nashville, which I never thought I would be, frankly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Oh, you're
I only knew like Frank Lynn, dog. Right. It's like I know this side of Nashville really well. Now I'm learning this side of Nashville, and they're definitely two different Nashvilles. Right. You know what I mean? It's like they're definitely two different ecosystems. So I don't know, but I'm really considering that for real because I thought about that whole show because I'm walking in the loading dock. And this black dude with tattoos, knuckle to face, right? And as soon as he sees me, he's like, "It's big for the city tonight, bro."
Yeah, man.
It's big for the city tonight, bro.
Man.
And I'm just like, I was a dude loading that day, like just a worker, but I mean, you could just tell. And then I looked down, he had a Buchanan or some tattoo on 12th and Buck or something on his arm, and I was like, "Oh, okay,
yeah, man,
you a local, you know what I mean?"
I don't believe that, man. Like as much as motherfuckers don't understand, like man, the city was in support, man.
It's the city unreal, dude.
The city was really out,
man. Just being there, man. I saw some motherfuckers with cowboy boots, and I saw some motherfuckers who I know probably had.
And you saw some
big facts.
I wasn't even there, but you know how many motherfuckers I heard that like legit like hate each other.
I bet.
It was just like it was a big thing for everybody.
And wasn't nobody trying to fuck that up for you.
What I was gonna think that was like the best part of the Jelly Roll show, as far as like ironically, kind of. You and Ernest are on the small stage doing flower shops, and a fight breaks out of all songs during flower shops.
First of all, Ernest called me the next day crying, laughing about this. Dude, I answered the phone.
Shout out Ernest. Pull up.
Yeah, pull up. Ernest, pull up. I keep telling y'all that, dog.
I finally met him I met him like a week ago.
Hold on, I got some shit
I'm telling y'all, man, Ernest.
Man, I got a theory, bro. I don't think Ernest likes me for one specific thing.
Okay,
it was tailgates and tall boys. I'll be honest, fuck it. I go into the crowd and meet people.
Yeah.
I was tripping bad, bro. I'm not gonna go into specifics. I was tripping bad. And he was playing, but he was playing like his, the shit he wrote, his originals and shit, right? And I was out in front, the very front of that fucking crowd, dude. And I just kept going, fuck it. All right. Like I wasn't yelling or nothing, but I just kept going. And I was laughing and shit. And he pointed it out.
Damn it.
He's like, man, this dude's living his best life or something. A dude later told me.
You were sitting out, you were tripping balls? You were tripping like
bad, bro.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Like,
okay.
If he gets serious face for him, that's bad.
And later in the concert, I was like, yeah, dude, Ernest noticed me, and dude goes, yeah, you pissed him off. And I was like, oh, no.
First of all, it takes a lot to piss Ernest off. I couldn't see that pissing him off, but equally, you'd have pissed me off too, motherfucker. I'm up here working. Don't stand in this goddamn sun and working your fat ass out there laughing, distracting motherfuckers from what I'm trying to do, dog. Fuck is wrong with you, man?
Who was out there? I had a guy out there, and we were drawing on people so they'd go get tattoos.
Yeah.
And shit, and it was like all the.
So you were tripping, and somebody gave you a marker. Somebody give Leroy some mushrooms, a marker, and put him out in the mud park. Just let him figure it out.
They gave the monkey the gun.
It wasn't your fault, man. That shit was irresponsible of them.
But exactly,
they knew better. Billy, you fucked up, Billy. You know not to let Leroy have to do it if you pat him. Block Leroy away.
And personally, I'll swallow my. I'll apologize, bro, because I can see where that fucked me up too.
I do have to.
Do you apologize if he is mad at me a lot? Because Ernest is everything happening for me in this town right now. Started on the back of Ernest.
I think that's so interesting.
And I'm just gonna lay that gauntlet down on the front side, and I mean that, especially on the like the musician side, because I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
I came in this. All I knew was Ernest.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's why.
Zach,
that's how Son of a Sinner happened. I called Ernest and Zach. That's the only two people I knew.
One of my
and both of them immediately. Zach was like, "Come on," and Ernest was like, "Come on," and immediately put me in the fold.
I love it.
I do have to tell you a little something about that moment when that fight broke out. You know who was in the middle of it because you called it out.
Oh yeah.
At the whole time I'm looking straight at him.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying. I'm like, man.
I'm like, oh, don't do it.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to jump over this thing.
Oh,
right
we're all going.
You know
sure, I was going too. I was gonna fuck up everything I'd ever worked for in that moment. I was like, I just watched it. I was like, and this is how it ends. Yeah. And this is the fucking headline on fucking Tennessee tomorrow.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
CNN.
Bro, you know it's real with 16,000 people there, and I'm calling my Bubba's name. Go, hey man, no.
Yeah, man.
What are you doing over there?
Out of there.
Yeah, and you know the best part is we all know him. His spirit is it's my best friend. His spirit is so good. He was figuring it out. He ended up breaking it up.
Yeah.
He ended up kind of leveling the dude out. Like, hold on, you know who I am. Stop that. This dude, you know, like he ended up really diffusing the situation, but I didn't see it. All I seen was him, and I was just like, "Oh no, please!"
Yeah,
I was just like, "God, no."
I kind of figured that's what it was. I was just hoping one of those straight arms didn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
you know?
no.
Shout out to the big Bubba Rail, man. Shout out to Rail, man.
But
Part of
shout out to
I didn't think y'all was gonna name drop him.
well, once Chad threw him under the bus, you know what I mean?
No, I know. I mean, he knows. You know,
Rail, look at you, Rail.
No, bro. Rail was no, man. Rail was trying to. He was trying to break it up, like you said, dog.
Yeah, I just didn't. And I love Rail for it, man.
Yeah,
he's been on the pod a couple times now.
Yeah, dude.
Now Rail is a hoot.
Yeah, we love
he's
him.
great.
Rail is a hoot. Rail is Rail, you know, still one of my closest.
But back to the fucking, you know, I love that portion of the show because we were actually sitting on that side. We were in 102, which is like almost directly by that little stage, like right there. So when you came out with Riley Green and then spun into the Ernest part.
Was you with one at the time?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I know you were. I looked one dead in the eye.
Yeah.
Y'all were over the riser this way.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I kind of figured you did, but man, you was man. You could tell like you was.
Yeah, no, I was in a moment, but I was still.
zone.
I was telling somebody I felt like a fighter at a fight. Like everything in this weird way was going really slow for me. I could feel the adrenaline. I knew the show was going fast. But I was like so conscious. I was conscious enough that in the middle of singing a song, I looked up, seeing you walking down to go meet Auntie. I mean, I see like clearly watched Chad behind you shaking somebody's hand over a blit. Like so many. There was a dude in front of me. I don't know who. I know who you are, but I can't remember your name. You had on a Red Bell Road hoodie. You was in front. You were stage front right there, dude. You and your lady. You were blowing one man, but with the Red Bell Road. I don't know his name. But man, just little shit. I was like, I seen everything.
That's so crazy.
I seen where Yellow Wolf was standing. I was like, holy shit, Yellow Wolf's here. I looked over and seen Chase Rice. I was like, damn, Chase Rice is here. I was like, I should have brought him up here to sing. I was thinking like that. That's how slow I was seeing shit that night.
That's
you know what I mean?
I love hearing you talk like that. Because that's
you wouldn't have been able to tell.
No, absolutely not. But it's nice to hear you like replay that to us because I mean, in reality, everybody would wonder what that moment's like as a human. Like just to endure a moment like that, man. Like that's top shelf, man. That's centerfold shit. You know what I mean? Like that was almost. It's got to be the climax of your career thus far, and it doesn't seem like. I mean, like you're talking about now, festivals and stuff. Wouldn't that be cool to see? I don't think anything is out of reach for you, Bubba, at this level of where you're at in your life. But that moment, man. Like when you came out, Jelly, and you did the first 3 songs, and then you took that break, and you took it in, man.
That's when it started going slow.
I could see
because the first 3 songs, I was nervous. I was like, my adrenaline was pumping. So you know, like when your adrenaline's up, it's hard to talk anyways. It's almost hard to catch a deep breath because your adrenaline is so up. Like right before you get in a fight, you know what I mean? Like that feeling of like just complete. You know, like you could when you're talking to somebody and your voice is shaking. You know what I mean? So like the first 2 songs, I was like, I gotta just relax. I gotta relax.
Just took it in.
And then that's when I took that. I was like, man, I'm just finna, let me see this.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when I was like, I'm gonna go walk. I want to see it. And shout out to my manager again, John Manila. He told me 1,000 times that week. He said, Jelly, he wanted me to do it after the first song. He's like, after the first song, I just want you to stop and look up. He said, just breathe for 10 seconds. Count from 10 backwards. He said, and I bet that 10 turns into 30 seconds. You know what I mean?
When you did the side to side thing, when you walked from side to side, that was the second time.
Yeah.
When I got emotional for the second time, that was like the biggest sense of pride I've ever felt for you, though, bro. Like we've seen with this jelly.
Am I wrong to say that I feel like 15,000 people felt like that's when the reality of that moment came together?
Absolutely.
Like even after Michael Buffer, everybody's still so into the show that I felt like that was the moment where it really hit me, where I was like, this place is fucking slammed.
Because everybody took a breath with you, because everybody was amped like you were, you know.
It was the one.
And I've been to that place, man. I've seen a lot. I've seen Drake. We talked about this on a previous episode. I've seen Drake there and fucking like Usher and Chris Brown and like all these headlining fucking people, bro. Hockey games, you know what I'm saying? Like I've seen playoff hockey there. Yeah. I've never heard that place that loud.
That shit was loud.
And I don't know if it's just because it's you on stage and I was at that moment with you and like the emotion was there. But that moment, man, it was fucking crazy. That building was rattling, dog, and it was all for you.
No, it was unreal.
When that motherfucker countdown, man. That countdown from 10 to 1.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like that initial roar, and I mean a roar. My dog, I've been in some concerts, man. I've never heard no shit this fucking loud. I literally wanted to cover my ears, and the only reason I didn't was because of optics. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want this shit to look crazy. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Like he was, so
real. That shit was loud in the motherfucker, man. Yeah. And that's when that shit hit for me, man. Yeah. Like, God damn.
There is something I want to add, and it's because I deal with it personally. Like, so for me, after shows, man, or like ending a show, like right, and you go back home, like I get really depressed for 48 hours.
Man, it's rough.
Like it's like I don't know if it's just like the adrenaline come down.
It's an adrenaline dump, and it's the same asshole. But make no mistake, baby. After the show, I'm all alone on this road heading back to my home.
Yeah, man. So the follow up with that is like, man, did you have to deal with that different for this show specifically? Because there's been a lot of cool shit, but like, I mean, fuck, dude, like Bridgestone Arena outside of fucking LP or Nissan Stadium,
dude. It's
like, bro, that's the mecca.
That's what I'm saying. That when I was talking about how I was talking, it's the mecca type shit.
Because hell, like before the show, hell, on your birthday when I texted you, like, dude, like, I mean, like, bro, you put a lot of us on just on the sense of like, man, they got to take. If you're the 1%, they got to take the next 1% serious too.
No, for sure. Yeah. Listen, man, and Music Row wants us bad for what it's worth. It's insane. Like they're so aware of what's happening in the scene and music and the culture shift and building brands the way that I have, the way Upchurch has, the way Struggle has, the way Adam has, the way Tom McDonald has, like the way we kind of pioneered that independent figure it out, which is really just a playbook we all stole from Sunny Paradise and Haystack, because he's the only person, they're the only people that ever did it in town first. Ultimately, I tell people if I'd have grew up watching rappers try to get record deals, I probably would have tried to get a record deal. But I grew up watching rappers try to figure it out without record deals, like Cool Daddy Fresh, Pistol, Haystack, Quanti Cash, guys that kind of took pride in not having record deals. You know, 3-6 Mafia, notoriously independent. 8 Ball and MJG, you got to remember, they'd already had multiple platinum albums before they came out with the one Bad Boy album they put out.
So
they probably sold less than the other ones. You know what I'm saying?
I try to tell people, I feel like my story is more 8 Ball and MJG. Like, I'd already had platinum records when I went to radio.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? It's like, but out it was watching 8 Ball and MJG, because I'll never forget how proud I was when I seen that you don't want.
Oh yeah,
that's when they signed with Diddy, wasn't it?
No, you remember that?
Bad Boy album.
Yeah, the Bad Boy album.
I remember the pride I had watching BET. Going, that's our guys, y'all.
Yeah,
that's our guys on there, baby. Our guys are on TV now. That's our guys.
When 3-6 won the Grammy.
When 3-6 won the Academy Award. Dude, I cried.
That's another moment.
I cried. Like, we literally, like, my household was like, and 3-6 Mafia.
You had a relationship with them probably at that time.
For sure. You know what I mean? No, you're like, dude, I cannot believe it. Like, they really figured it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had that moment, so it's like.
We all had that moment Friday night, Bubba.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really figured it out, Bubba.
Straight up.
Wow.
Straight up, bro.
We all did.
Straight up, bro.
To see you at that magnitude, Jelly, it was.
I never
unreal,
thought of it
dog.
that way.
Straight the fuck
Yeah,
up,
bro. I
bro.
mean,
That's what it was.
No,
everybody in that
just
crowd
sitting
had the
kinda
moment you had with
reliving,
A-Bone
you
and
know what I mean?
JG.
Everybody won, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody won.
Well, that's what I meant earlier by it meant the same thing to everyone. Like, fucking, because you're right, dude. Every one of us start out like, we just have that. It's not even an independent mindset. It's just an independent lifestyle.
It's
like,
a nobody's ever done shit for us before anyways mindset.
Yeah.
It's like, I tell people all the time, Upchurch isn't the way he is for no other reason but the fact that nobody did shit for him.
Right.
And like when you build something the way that Upchurch has built that, it makes it really, really hard to just give a fuck up because you're like, man, nobody did a motherfucking thing for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like you grow up in a culture where nobody ever does shit for, you know what I mean? You just, when you build it the way that you build it, it's so much different and so much more gratifying when you build it the way that independent people like Church.
I'll tell you.
Tony Draper.
Look.
Right back in the day, old Suave House shit. This shit
Suave
goes
House,
back to
yeah.
Jay Prince.
Yeah.
This shit goes back to Master P.
Here's
You know
something
what I
about
mean? There's
here's something about
legends
Church
that pioneered that.
that you don't know. He's featured on Joe and Jerry's new single released today. Work on the day that
Oh,
this
yeah,
comes
but-
out.
Yeah,
Let's
Yeah,
go.
for sure.
Yeah, the day
Yo.
that, the day that this
Church,
yeah, the day that this comes out,
For sure.
Church is featured on Joe and Jerry
Yeah,
O&E
man.
and Chad Arms'
sure,
latest
for
single
sure,
from
man.
the Joe and Jerry
And
project.
that shit was so
Hey.
organic, man. That shit was dope.
I had to get that plug in there. I was just waiting for
appreciate
a
it, bro.
chance.
That shit was dope,
Oh,
man.
y'all were on Church.
Just because you earlier we mentioned Sonny P, there is something you fucked me over out of an experience, right?
Oh, shit.
Look, I have tried to push the ticket with Sonny multiple times and just like, oh, this is really going to get him. Like, I mean, there was a night we were going to steal an alligator and put it in the studio. And then he like caught it, like it got told to him, right?
Yeah.
And then he didn't.
Where did you plan on stealing this alligator
Yeah.
from?
I don't want to talk about that. We were going to put it
Because
back.
there's
How
a
was
difference
you gonna
between
steal the
stealing
motherfucker?
one and capturing a wild one. Right? Was you going to steal one?
No, we were
An
gonna
domesticated
capture-
alligator
no,
out there?
no, we were going to capture one. Let me look.
Okay.
But he wasn't.
That's even wilder. I thought you might have known like aquatic critters in Nolensville Road or something.
No, dude.
Pulled
No,
up,
dude.
you got a grill.
Hey, man, you
Bro.
come from Pine Creek, you got a little balls about you, but Sonny was just, Sonny wasn't like going for it. He was like, it's not crazy. I was like, what the fuck do you mean it's not crazy? He's like, dude, I've been dealing with your kind 30 fucking years. And, it's like, and I immediately think like, damn, bro, I ain't
It wasn't
shit.
just me, boy. Haystack ran him through the ringer first. He had CWB. Listen, he signed. Listen, imagine Sonny, who all Sonny had to deal with. He signed. He signed Top Dollar Records when Don Green and Bobby Shifter were 16. You know both their personalities now. Like you can watch Don get fired up on his Instagram story, and that's a grown man with a kid that's like on the honor roll.
Some of the funniest
Right.
shit he does.
You know what
is
I
on
mean?
that. I love
and this
that
is a
shit.
grown man with a kid that fucking makes honor roll. Like, imagine what he was like at 16.
Yeah.
If that's any indication,
Yeah.
if that's in any way indicative of who he was 20 years ago, just wrap your head around who that guy was.
Yeah.
The same thing with Bobby. Bobby's just now, after he just went through that thing he went through at church, which I'm glad that got squashed. Bobby just now is like, it was a humbling moment for Bobby. You know what I mean? So imagine Bobby at 16 with a motherfucking Cadillac with 20-inch rims on it back when 20s were like
No.
30s now.
Oh,
You know
they
what I
had,
mean? When
they
you
had
were
like
no
fucking
way.
spree wheels and
And
shit.
what-
Remember
what-
that? The
Oh,
spinning
dog.
shit?
Wasn't
That's
that
what
with
they was on.
wasn't Pistol them around at the
Yeah,
same
for
time?
sure. Absolutely. Because he had a big record with Pistol on the radio here. But,
Yeah.
you know, then then he signed CWB, Alexander King, D-Ray, Stone, and Stump.
Yeah.
Listen, you know how wild Alex is still.
Yeah.
Imagine
I saw
Alex
him
20
Friday
years
night.
ago. Yeah, for sure. Imagine Alex 20 years ago. You know what I mean? He signed, he had
yeah,
me when I was
he wasn't pulling the wool
17,
over
16. I was fucking a complete fucking nutbag. He had Haystack. God, Jesus Christ. We won't even start on what he probably went through with Haystack. He had Eric McAnally managing over there, dude. That dude put up with all the shit.
So,
He had a group out of Clarksville called the Burners they signed.
Yeah.
It was, he's had
That's
some
when
acts that were like,
I found out about D-Ray through that.
Through the burners.
yeah.
Right. And now he's dealing with fucking Leroy B.
Well, like,
Yeah,
so,
now he's got fucking Leroy. It's like Sonny's been.
No wonder your fucking
Sonny's
hair
been,
is gray,
sentenced
Sonny.
to a lifetime of punishment in the music business.
well, like
Crazy personality.
Sonny has like he's kind of made me grow up in the sense like we go and do something or something like that, and like we had one incident at the very beginning. We was trying to get a budget just to travel to do like go look at doing shows, like on the prospect of it or some shit like that. And I immediately bring up pot.
Yeah.
I was like, well, look, man, like,
can we move some pot?
I was like, dude, look, it costs $200. It's going to cost $200 in gas. Like, that was the worst part of it. I was like, look, dude, we got to forfeit $200 just in gas. Like, I was like, dude, I can go, like, we want shit in Nashville. Like, I can go up a couple more states, I was talking about running off with someone.
He's whispering it to him.
Like,
and Sonny's over there like,
and Sonny's looking at me. He's like, dude, like, this is a business. He's like, that's off the table. It's like, oh shit.
He's like, you're gonna end up running us off.
I thought that wasn't off the table. It's the greatest
well, he thought that was still an option.
Well, and then that's like
a great idea.
It's just crazy, but like you'll sit down and like, all right. So with Sonny, I mean, Sonny don't talk to me like a manager. You know what I mean? There's been times where, and I ain't even really gonna say I yell at Sonny, but it's like when this motherfucker don't give no fucks, and that's what I like about it. Like I call him Pops. He's old and shit like that, and all that's funny. But like we'll be arguing about something, and it's like we almost go outside and talk about it.
Oh, no,
like,
Sonny's always been like that, though. I've seen Sonny almost fight every artist he's ever signed. I mean, I swear, he's been sentenced to a lifetime of punishment in the music business.
But when, like, he really, but it is like,
you know what he taught me, though, about business is that that you got to have a short memory. Yeah. You got to forget those losses quick. You got to move on. You got to forget them little petty arguments that got out of hand because everybody's emotional because money's not where it should be or not where we all want it to be.
Shout out, Sonny.
The hardest thing to do in life is be broke.
Who you tell?
The second hardest thing to do in life is be broke with other broke people.
Man,
you know what I mean? So it's
damn,
like
I'm
that's
doing
a whole
both of them.
I'm telling you.
Jesus Christ.
Light bulb.
No, it's real. Right? I mean, I think about the hardest thing I ever had to manage in my career was that 6-passenger van with me, Highlight, Big Mike, Scary Larry was doing merch. You know what I'm saying? We had a little 4 or 5 person crew in that doing all them tours, and we was all broke.
Yeah.
We was all, as a van at any given moment, our entire van was worth, $300.
Yeah.
And that's we're in San Diego. Well, what happens if the fucking transmission goes out and all we got is $300, dude? It's
like
you know what I mean? Like, I guess we just got to buy flights home and regroup and leave the van here. I don't know. We didn't even think that shit through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's a hard thing to do. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Right.
That's a feat.
Well, I guess it's safe to say you came a long way there, Jelly.
Well, thank you, brother.
It still blows my mind, Bubba, that, even as comfortable as this conversation's been, we're sitting here with our friend Jelly. He's a good friend of ours, but I
keep forgetting we're podding.
That's always like a thing, that's how it goes. But
I'm nervous now. I'm like, I wonder how much wild shit we've talked about.
No, nothing. It's all great. That's what I love.
I'm high. We're just talking to dudes I've known my whole life. I'm all comfortable.
But it shows how genuine you really are, though, Bubba. I mean, 2 nights ago, 3 nights. What day is this? It's literally 2 nights ago, man. We were at a sold out show at something that we thought, man, it would have been some shit of one day type shit.
Yeah.
And you did that for the whole city Friday night, man.
I told one something that we were outside before the show started, right? And there was the line for the beers, right? It's it was a long ass line. And I looked over at one and I said, bruh, Jelly used to do shows for that many people. Yeah. Just the people that was in the line for beer. It was maybe 40 people.
Hell yeah.
Remember that bar we played till it was beat to death, all of us in Winchester? You remember you get off and turn right? It was like a trailer. The stage had the little spark.
Yeah.
I don't know why that one always stands out in my mind.
Man. Is that the one we did on the Totem Pole Roll video we did on your page?
I'm sure, but I know that we played that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I feel like we became a residency there. I feel like we came every 70 days.
It felt like 15,000. Well, you would have to double it, so 30,000 middle fingers in the fucking air to every fucking hater, every fucking doubter.
Bruh, but walking, just walking through the corridor and seeing this motherfucker's logo everywhere, from backdrops to fucking
it's wild, man. From A game T-shirts.
To there was some of them.
Jerseys.
People were wearing the A game shirts too from like back in the day.
I seen them posted.
No, there was dudes with A game shirts. Fucking, there goes that Molly Gang shirts.
The merch,
it was crazy.
The merch is crazy, but we love all the merch. I love the Preds yellow last night. I thought that shit was fire.
Shout out to the Preds, by the way. They once again. I have so many people I need to thank through the process of this. Give me, if you don't mind, can I just do that right quick?
I don't give a fuck. Here, I'll give you this other camera.
Yeah, no. Just which one is it?
That one behind me.
Okay, that one right there.
Yeah.
Thank you to the.
No logos. He's so professional.
I'm just trying to make sure we get this podcast sponsored soon.
I love your hat.
Thank you. I love my hat too. Shout out to Stevenson Ranch.
Sponsor us.
Proud to be a Steve.
We got
I'll make that call for you. I'll make that call for you. Foley, I'm gonna call you about that.
Hey man, you need your lawn mowed.
Yes,
whatever.
I can do alligator removal. You know what I'm saying?
Leroy, stop it. I'm gonna end up adopting Leroy.
Foley better remember me at this
point. Dude, fuck my dad. I'm ready. Let's go.
Right, talk your shit, Jelly.
So I want to thank the Bridgestone Arena. They let us do everything you couldn't do because it was for charity. They waived so many extra fees, so many extra like they did so much stuff to just cater to the cause. They were what they call an excellent. We call them partners because that was a partnership between me and them. Like
gotcha.
They were really good partners. Thank you. I mean that, dog. Like thank you so much to the Bridgestone, the entire staff, David, all of y'all. Thank you so much. Riley Green, thank you for coming out with no hesitation. Ernest, my brother for life, thank you for coming out with no hesitation. Chris Young was the first person that agreed to come out. No hesitation. I love you, Chris. Thank you for that. Sam Hunt, who came and rehearsed with me on his birthday.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Insane. Right. He showed up on his birthday, dude. We're talking about an A-list country. We're talking about a dude that still streamed 1.something billion, like 900 million times this year or something.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It came out. Absolutely no hesitation. Brent Smith and Zach Myers came home from the United Kingdom the 8th.
That's right.
They flew straight in, and I think Brent just even flew straight to Nashville and stayed the night.
That's crazy.
Yeah, which is Shinedown, correctly?
Yeah, Brent Smith and Zach Myers, the guitarist and lead singer of Shinedown. Yeah. Also the group known as Smith and Myers. Easiest people to deal with. Just unbelievable. Thank y'all. Every guest you couldn't ask for better energy. Struggle showed up to rehearse 2 days in a row with me because we had so many fire cues. I wanted to make sure neither one of us burnt ourselves. So Struggle came because Struggle will get to drinking, I get to smoking, and we get out there and catch ourselves on fire.
Yeah, I'm glad you did Michael Jackson.
Yeah, no, for sure. So as Struggle goes without even having to just thank you. Chris Calico and Tech 9 came down a day early and rehearsed with us. Ran through the entire set.
So dope.
That's crazy, man.
Tech 9 stayed until 1 o'clock in the morning with me. Just hung out, met everybody. You just wouldn't, dude. Him and Travis O'Gwen have made probably $500 million.
Yeah.
Maybe $600 million independently in the music business.
Jesus.
Yeah, bro.
Right? Literally, independently. Never had a pop culture look. We're talking about fucking, Travis, their company. It's probably safe to say it's $1 billion or but when you extend the reach of Travis's other business interests, Travis is soon to be a billionaire, I'd assume.
Yeah.
Just hung out with us like Travis is the kind of guy, and this is how he became a billionaire, I'm sure. Travis is the kind of guy to see that you don't have a water and show up with a water and a napkin in case you spill a little water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's his spirit. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for coming out and doing that, Travis. Thank you to Live Nation. They not only helped support this in AEG, Live Nation cut a check to the charity for Juvenile.
Oh, wow.
Out of their promoter profit.
That's what's up.
There's so many layers of how many people behind the scenes cared about this show. You know what I mean? In such a just insane way.
I think that's so dope, too, bro. Keep going.
That's super.
You got more?
Did I miss anybody that was a guest?
Guest-wise?
I don't think so. Not as a guest.
Of course, Parmalee opening up the show. Thank you.
Yeah.
Parmalee agreed to open up that show. I'm pretty sure they did it for free. They knew it was for what the cause was for. They
It's a good look for them.
Listen, good look, but great look for me.
Yeah.
Dude, them dudes got 5 number ones, 3 number ones in the last 2 years. Oh, God, Carolina, best song ever. And I was excited at how well received they were.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like that clip of that arena lit up singing, "Take my hand, baby, make you mine. I'm through waiting, taking my time." I was like, damn, they are rocking this motherfucker. I just poked my head out for like 1 second. I was like, oh no, they got this bitch lit on fire right now.
Yeah, bro. And then they play "Welcome to the Trap House" like shortly after that.
Yeah, ain't that cool? Parmalee comes off and then "Welcome to the Trap House" and DJ Highlight flew himself in, got his own hotel room, didn't it
was like a family thing from what I hear, but I'm willing to make a bet. Bridgestone Arena, the night of December 9th, very well may have been the most dangerous place.
Not guaranteed.
Yeah, that's pretty probable.
I don't want to say it.
Nobody
the wrong night for somebody to be a hero.
Nobody fought during "Welcome to the Trap House," but they fought during flower shops, bro. That's
how we do. That's how we do.
That liquor sat in for about an hour and 30 minutes.
The rims cost more than the whip, partner.
Shout out Highlight, man. I got to talk to him a little bit after the show. It's always great seeing Highlight, man.
I love his Holy Center brand.
I love it, dude. That jacket he had on was so fire. I was like, bro, I need one of those. Yeah. Bad.
Yeah, man.
And then I complimented him on his wine too. I told him to send me a case of wine.
Hey, yo, John Maneely, Jonathan Craig.
Shout out to Big G.
Pretty much to Craig. Big Craig.
Yeah.
Dog, they literally lived at the arena for 6 days.
Yeah.
Dude, I would show up and stay. I mean, dude, it was crazy. I'd show up at 10 in the morning. They were already there, and I'd leave at 11 at night, and they'd still be in there.
Damn.
Yeah.
I love you for that, John Craig. I love you for that, John Maneely.
I try to keep in contact with Jonathan daily, and he's always, because he's so instrumental in everything that.
He takes care of us over here, man.
I had a family emergency to deal with. That's what I gotta say. He got street flavor. The passes, and we immediately started like, all right, let's get up there, and then Sonny had something to do with his wife, and
was Sonny here?
No.
Okay,
no, he couldn't. But like, we was trying to make the plans to get up here and figure it out, and Jonathan, Chad hit up Jonathan, and he immediately was like, I mean,
what do they need? How much?
Like,
what's
No, Big Craig will always figure it out, man. He's really
great dude, man.
Kind of where I'm at in my life right now, as weird as this sounds, is that if you really want to get with me, you got to hit Craig.
Yeah,
he knows what I'm doing more than I do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Me and my wife call him all the time and go, "Hey, we're reading the calendar. Is this for sure?"
Yep.
Because there be some shit on the calendar now I don't even believe is real,
bro. And
I got something I'm gonna tell y'all. Hold on, you can clip this or no?
I can
clip it for like a show.
Or do you just want to keep it straight and we won't edit nothing?
I keep it. What do you need, boss? Tell me.
Well, no, we'll talk about it afterwards. Just remind me to tell you this crazy thing I'm doing this year. Next year.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't want to say it here. I'd rather keep because right now we got a really cool thing that we've really just been talking.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the guy who, if you edit it, they might feel like we edit shit. We don't edit shit. We just don't say shit.
Talk your shit.
But I'll tell you, man, we got there's something that I seen on my calendar the other day. I called JC and I was like, "You swear to God?" He was like, "No, like I swear." I was like, "Is that like a maybe?" He said, "No, it's like contract." Yeah. I was like, "You swear to God?"
Yeah.
I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
I still don't. I knew, even then they were like, "You didn't sound excited." I was like, "I'm not gonna be excited until we're flying there."
Yeah, Chad, don't let him forget to tell us.
I was like, "You know what I'm saying?" When you're like, "I'm not gonna be excited until I'm on the way there."
Yeah.
I want to ask you something. Like, how does it feel for 15,000 people to sing "Happy Birthday" to you?
Yeah, for real.
Fucking real. You know what was cooler than the only thing cooler than 15,000 people singing "Happy Birthday" to me? Rail, Struggle, D-Ray, Mickey. Hold on. Let me look at something. Because this is important. I don't want to fuck this up. Because this was actually, of everything that happened at the Bridgestone, this was the coolest thing that happened.
That's crazy.
Wait till you see. Because I don't know if you know they did this or not. First of all, I'm relatively hard to surprise. Okay?
Oh, you about to show? No. Never mind. I'm anxious to see what this is.
Hold on. No, I just want to make sure I got it right because I wrote it down because it was that special to me of how many people came in the room and who was there and all that shit. Because they came in, I'm sitting there, I'm just chilling in the room, I'm getting an IV right before the show. It's the only time I sat down all fucking day.
I saw it.
Yep. And I'm sitting there and D-Ray, Yeah, it was D-Ray, Boston, Maui, Mickey, Country, Rail, Strug, Big Jonathan, Ball. Everybody comes in, chill. Pretty much the whole crew. It's like,
is it this right here?
And they give me a fucking Super Bowl ring, dog.
I got pictures.
The fattest fucking ring I've ever. Dude, this ring.
I can see it.
It's from Icebox. It's 100% VVS stoned out, completely customed.
Stamped.
Dude, this thing is fucking unreal.
Does it open?
No.
Okay. I thought it did because it kind of pushed.
Big.
It's crazy,
the new Super Bowl ring. It's a Super Bowl ring, bro. I have a picture of it on my phone, but it's
it's big, big.
Chad, I sent it to you. You have that
Can I borrow it?
Yeah, no,
I sent you that picture.
No,
I'm kidding.
one actually. I mean, it's literally.
I thought it opened.
It's a Gotti. It's the one I was wearing on stage on my pink.
It was noticeable.
I'm gonna put it on my middle though because it was too big for even a pink. It was hanging.
It looks amazing. Yeah, look at this, Leroy. So the new Super Bowl rings are like that. You can open them, and it resembles the stadium, right? So this is this. I was telling Mom about it right inside. I was like, dude, look at Jelly's ring that the team got him, in celebration for the sold out show at Bridgestone. I show it, and I said, it looks like it opens. Them Super Bowl rings opens. She says, I said, I don't know if it opens though. If it does, I wonder what's inside of it. And she said, probably Coke.
Yes, your mother knows me. This is awesome. God, that makes me happy. Fuck yeah, that's exactly what I put in it. If it did open, that's for sure what would be in it.
It threw me off, dude, so much.
That's exactly what I'd have in there. Could you imagine just a quick bailout, just a back bow? Hello,
we're back.
Close. Yes.
Yeah, man. You know what? So I had a little fun fact. Cuzzo had already, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, we're going to do something special.
Yeah.
Bubba.
I had heard about this too.
And then motherfuckers like
Chad, when did we hear about that?
Crazy, man.
Which part?
Him getting a ring. When did we know that was coming? Somebody had told us about this.
I think, well, it would have had to have been JC.
Dog, it's so hard to keep secrets from me.
Oh, yeah.
So
I can see why.
I looked at the guest list because I micromanage everything, which is probably a problem I have, but it helps. It got me where I am. I'm looking at the guest list and I see an Icebox on there. Mm-hmm. And even then, what they didn't know, I don't think, is I got something going on with Icebox separate right now.
Right, okay.
So I was like, oh, they're going to surprise me and bring me the thing I've been waiting on. This is awesome, right? I'm like, cool. So then I see the Icebox people there.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, the same dude from the videos and shit?
Yeah. Oh, no, they were both there. Yeah.
That's dope.
That's
dope. Fan mode on them.
That's
I like them guys.
So,
I'll watch all
they come in and they're like, oh, you didn't see us. You didn't see us. You didn't see us. And I was like, even then I was weirded out. I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't see you. Ha ha. And I was like, I'll see you in a minute, huh? And I kind of laugh and I walk in the other room because I'm like, man, I would say quit playing and bring me my fucking thing,
Right.
So I'm sitting down kind of like, man, I wish these motherfuckers, whatever. And then Rail and them come in, they circle up around me, everybody, Mm-hmm. And Boston said, man, we wanted to get you something. And then what he said is, I still didn't see it coming. He said, we want to give you something that hit our pockets.
Yeah.
Because you've done so much for all of us. Yeah. And I was like, oh, what are you talking about? Would hit your pocket? Then they gave me the box and I opened it. Yeah. And I was like, "You're kidding." I just couldn't even believe it.
It was real.
Yeah, it was.
That's who told us that shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it had to have been Rail or JC. I just couldn't.
We didn't see it. We didn't get to see it, but we.
Yeah, that's right. He said
coming.
It was. It was the night that he came over here with you. Y'all came over for that episode. Okay.
No, I mean that thing was just, dude. It was the least. Just I didn't see. I couldn't have even guessed.
That makes the announcement. I mean what's his name? Michael Buffer.
Yeah,
that makes that even better because he's undisputed heavyweight champion.
Oh yeah, it's the Nashville champion on it. Dude, that thing has got the skull logo on it. The Nashville skull. Yeah, everything about that thing was beautiful.
And even if the festival thing happens or whenever you get.
When are you releasing this?
Probably next Friday.
Friday the 16th.
Is that okay?
This week.
Don't ruin it for me.
No, that's cool. That works out.
Is that cool?
No, I'm totally good with that.
But I was gonna say, even with like the upcoming talks, man, I just don't think that moment, man, is just gonna forever live on forever, man. For all
it's gonna have a star by it. I mean, regardless if he does 50,000 seat arena or if he sells that Titan Stadium, Bridgestone's probably always gonna have that special,
especially that first time. First time, you know what I mean? And it being right now in your career, Jelly, to do it and do it the way you did, man, it's just always gonna.
The shit's gonna be even crazier.
Right, but it's still
gonna be even crazier.
I get all of that, dude. But it's just the fact that we're here, man. You know what I mean? And that you're still that person 48 hours after you're sitting in my garage.
Bro, y'all are my boys, man. What are you talking about? And then when you told me one of Leroy was here, I was super into it. I was just like, you sure you got enough microphones? He was like,
That's exactly what you said.
Cool.
That's exactly what he
I was
said.
like, because I don't want to come and them not be in the pod. You know what I mean? I didn't want that to be the case. I was like, they're going to be there. We need to do it together.
That's why I told them.
You know what I
like,
mean?
yeah, we're definitely going to make it happen for sure. We don't get the opportunity to have like 5 people.
No,
so
we really
got
don't.
it to where we do it now. So
I liked it because it's been so much more conversational.
yeah man, for sure.
Well,
Absolutely.
if, you know, at the end, for the 15,000 people that were there in attendance at Jelly's last show on the current tour, right? If you were there, Jelly told the world that after that night, he was taking 6 months off.
Yeah.
He wouldn't
I know
be
where
back.
you're
He
going with
wouldn't be
this.
back till June.
Yeah, it's facts.
So then what?
Lots of music, and frankly, I'm going to say something's going to make the internet happy.
Let's go.
I've lost, I think, 73 pounds this year.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I'm
Jelly.
going to really focus on my health the next 3, 4, 5 months
Hell
when I
yeah,
got some
Jelly.
downtime.
That's what's up.
I just really, I'm going to say something deep. It wasn't until recently that I've started to find more and more of a desire to truly live. You know what I mean? And I had to figure out, for me to lose weight, I had to figure out some stuff that was happening up here. And I've been dealing with that and getting into therapy now that I have resources to get therapy, which breaks my heart
Love
for
that
people
kind of
dealing
talk,
with
man.
mental health
Love
that
that
don't
kind of
have the resources because it's very expensive to get real help.
Yeah.
But, my plan is to really get my head straight. And I think by default of my mind getting straight, my body's going to get straight. And, I really want to, this is what I said. I won the battle of 2022. I want to stick a knife and break it off and win the war in 23.
Yeah,
I want to end the whole war in 23. I just want. I want to. Like I told people, I climbed the mountain.
Yep.
23. I just want to plant a fucking flag in it. You know what I'm saying? And go. This is my space now. You know what I mean? This is where I'm living.
Yeah,
And I know that I'm gonna have to have my head straight and my body right for that. So I learned a lot this year. I wasn't ready for the workload.
Yeah.
Well, bro,
It was a lot.
But
You know what I mean? It
that's
was truly a lot.
Bubba. You've taken on so much as far as touring and doing the capacity shows that you're doing with the energy that you do with him with.
I did 200 days not at home this year.
But that's something
Keep
else,
that in
though.
mind. 200 nights I didn't sleep in my
but
bed.
listeners and watchers, though, if you've never been to a Jelly Roll show at this point in his career, like my guy throws down.
Oh, it's all in it, man.
It's a lot of energy.
I
a
love
lot.
it, dude. I see people on TikTok that are like, Jelly Roll puts on the best show, or Twitter, and people like, there's no way that fat dude puts on a good show. It's like, y'all, you have no clue how crazy my show is.
That's why it's so crazy that you can still put all that energy into the show and still know the shit that's going on in the fucking crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I loved you bringing that up. I really did.
Like,
'Cause
that's just wild.
that's something that's always been in my. I've always been curious about how far you can see, and I'm sure it varies from different venues and different scenarios and shit. But to know what you could see to a degree on Friday night, to say that you saw one and that kind of shit is just that's really cool.
Okay,
man.
2 different places,
Yeah.
and I told him descriptively where he was in both places.
Because we were on the left hand side, right by the stage on the left when you was doing Afro Man and the Afro Man song, and then you and Sam did y'all's part.
Yep.
And then when you left out, we went back to the seats that we were at, which is when
and
we saw you do
that was the original side that we was on.
Yeah. We were just,
y'all were stage right for sure.
Yeah.
And then I caught y'all out there. I can tell you where Yellow was out on the rise or where my brother was. The only thing I missed all night was I missed walking by Will Compton and Taylor, and they busted my balls about it. I love those dudes.
oh, dude.
God, dude, I didn't see. There was a lot of people we didn't get the chance. I mean,
No, dude, they were there and they were
Yeah.
so funny.
That's
But
so
it's
dope.
because I was getting on the golf cart to go to the B stage, and that was the only part of the show that we never actually timed out.
Oh,
So it's the only part of the night that I was actually worried.
yeah.
Because I
Take
got on
longer
the
or
golf
something.
cart and I was like, I was so focused on getting there. I was stressed. I was like, if we don't make it.
Hey, I'm imagining NASCAR, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're coming through the fucking Predators locker room, like trying, you know what I mean? On a golf cart flying, trying to get there. And you're like, I don't know if we're going to make it.
That's crazy.
Because we never got to practice it through. I tell you something else that happened. I said on stage that was not a gimmick. You ready for this?
Go.
I had to pay for them extra 9 minutes we played.
I was gonna bring
Thousands of dollars.
I ain't know if you wanted to.
I had to pay for them 9 minutes, baby. Them 9 minutes was expensive.
And it was, I know
God,
what
it was worth it though.
I was going to ask, were they worth it?
It's because, so I read in the article, it was a 130-minute show. It was at a 2-hour cap, and then
Yeah.
they charged you after.
It was 11 o'clock on the nose.
Okay.
And I started at 9, and we had what we thought was a 2-hour show.
Yep.
And there was just some logistical stuff that we didn't count for because we never got to run the set all the way through.
Okay.
So like, even though we rehearsed all week, we could rehearse the songs, but you couldn't rehearse Chris Young coming out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
How much he hangs around. Yeah, the hugs. You couldn't rehearse you couldn't rehearse the 2 minutes I just sat there and cried.
I was gonna say,
You know what I mean? Like that shit that wasn't rehearsed. You know what I mean? Like that just, and fuck, it don't sound like a lot, but that 2 minutes and the fucking, the extra minute it took to get from the B stage back to the A stage, and just, you had them motherfuckers up. I went 9 minutes over. And here's the even funnier part. I tried to ask a song. When this is inside baseball. When Shinedown's up singing, I look at the clock and I'm like, oh, we're fucked. We're going over for sure. So I go and get in the microphone. The next song was I Need You.
Yeah, which which is not one you normally
for sure. I'm like, yo, scratch I Need You right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, scratch I Need You.
You said it over the mic? You said it to the guys?
Yes. I'm like, scratch I Need You right now. Go straight into Favor. And I was like, when I say go straight into Favor, I'm not introducing it. I want you to just hit the boom clap. Right. This is while Brent Smith is singing. Poor guy. He's having to hear me have this full conversation in his ears. That's how great Brent is. And I'm talking to them. So when they walk off stage, all Mark says is, can't do it. The choir's not ready. You got to do I Need You.
Wow.
So that's when I looked up and said, look, y'all, it's going to cost me thousands of dollars to stay on this stage.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's when I made the decision. I was like, whatever it costs, we're going to do it.
It's interesting.
I might be speaking too soon. We settle out tomorrow, and I'll see the economics of the show. Maybe Bridgestone gave me they've been good to me.
Yeah.
But that might be a state thing. It might have been a fire marshal in there, and I have to just pay a penalty to the state that had nothing to do with the Bridgestone. I've had to do it before.
That moment is worth it, man.
I think it's so dope to hear him talk about what he was saying over that mic, because that mic is so funny. Like, me and Chad's had opportunities to be like side stage at some of Jelly shit where they're working these mics. And I don't know what the fuck these boys be saying on this mic, right? But you know what I'm talking about, Jelly, because you see these motherfuckers laughing hysterically.
We're
sometimes.
talking shit to each other.
There's no telling what is being said.
It's 15,000 people back there, and Jack's in my ear going, cocaine, yeah, cocaine, fire.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit, like there's got to be shit like that being said, because there'll be random moments where Jelly will just turn around to one of them and be like, like they just go back and forth. But to hear you say that over that mic and dude be singing still, that's just interesting.
Yeah. That's dope, though.
No, we do that all the time. They'll do it when I'm singing. They'll be over there just like, but God forbid some girl shows titties.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Watch this will be the moment that'll get me canceled. Some girl shows titties, dude. It comes in the microphone from front of house, side, because other people have mics too. You don't see. Like there's people on the side of the stage that are like, titties stage left. We got titties stage left.
Wow.
And I'm fucking singing Bottle of Mary Jane. And I look stage left. Some girls up there shaking their tits.
So is that really something? They bring shit to your attention from side stage like that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Something crazy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Something you can look out for, maybe throw into the show.
There's some stuff in the set that we design when I'm like, look, count me in on this or cue me in. I can listen. I have some songs that they all count down in my ear. I run a metronome the entire show.
Okay,
so I'm constantly hearing the timing of the show. One ear is just that. I'm just
dope.
Click,
damn,
click,
that's inside baseball.
Yeah, so I'm always making sure I'm in some sort of a pocket.
So
okay,
with Bridgestone out the way. Now you're taking 6 months off. Much.
Now I'm going to drop a lot of music. Though.
Yeah, much deserved.
A lot of videos, a lot of songwriting, a lot of turning my phone off and catching up with rekindling my relationship with my daughter and wife. I was gone a lot this year.
Good for you, man.
And I want to be gone a lot next year. So I just want to make sure that the 5 months, because this is how my year is going to work. I'm going to spend 5 months at home not doing a lot. I got a couple of fly shows, I think, but nothing big. And then I'm going to be gone for like 5 months straight.
Yeah. So the second half is going to be.
Yeah. It's pretty much like one of them old fashioned hug me in June and I'll see you in December kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I love right before the break, and right as the home show with Bridgestone, the last show of the tour, you ended it with a bang, but right with the record sheet, and then Need a Favor right behind it. I love how they're both, cross-genre records, just like Dead Man Walking and Son of a Sinner. You're still tapping into both markets. It's working well. I just really think the blueprint you've created, Jelly, over the past year is really going to change things for a lot of people behind you.
Yeah.
And the show that happened Friday night is going to change a lot of people's mindsets for a lot of years to come, man. Like, you just proved to a lot of people that it can be done. Us at this table, to everyone past us.
Man,
it was just
music and outside of music.
Yeah, it's just part of the greatest story ever told, man. We tell it all the time over here.
Thank you, man.
Chad
it means a lot.
Chad said, like, we literally, you know, we're so close to you, Bubba, and we've been friends with you so long, you know, aside from just music, just friends, dude. Like, you come up on almost every episode. There's not like almost an episode of this show where there's not like, well, you know, wasn't Joe or like like your name drops some fucking where on this show.
Thank you.
And
I just hope that's a testament to our relationship.
Come on now, you know it. Yeah. But at the same time, there's reasons why we sit and we're so thankful of you, Bubba, and we're so proud of you, man. And just the whole story all along has just been a great one to see and to watch and to witness, you know. But thank you for coming here 2 days after you did what you've done.
Oh, stop it, baby! I told you we'd do it after the national show.
Yeah, movie, man.
No, of course you.
Working on it.
Yeah, you.
I did finish filming the documentary the night of the Bridgestone.
That
was the last night. I don't know if I was about to say that.
I didn't know.
Let's pretend I didn't say that, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Ain't nobody watching.
There may or may not be a documentary in the works on a streaming platform that we did shoot for sure. Now, you know, the catch is you never know how that shit's going to come out. But I do know that they took the time to spend 4 months with me pretty much every day of my life to shoot it.
When you said the title of the platform the first time, I'll bleep it out. Make it a soft flow.
Yeah,
there it is. So now they just know it's a streaming platform documentary coming out. They just don't know where. We'll keep it at that.
Sure. But it's real. Yeah, thank you. It is real.
And I'm anxious for it, man.
I can tell you this, that some of the stuff we've already got lined up for 23 is...
Yeah, what just happened?
I think Jelly's mic went out.
Did you?
Yeah, I think I hit the button. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, okay. I'm keep fucking with this microphone.
That was weird.
No, you're good.
No, we got a lot of stuff. 23 is going to be a landmark year.
Yeah, well, don't try not to think about it for a little while.
No, I'm not. I'm always obsessing about it, but I got
at least for a little while.
Fine.
You know what I mean? Like you said,
I'm changing my phone number this week.
Well, don't forget about us when you do it.
No, I got you.
Hard enough to reach as it is. I couldn't imagine what this man's phone's like.
Yeah, 3,000 misread, unread messages a month.
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy you a Leroy phone.
Yeah, right. You got
Hey, you ain't got to do nothing, bro. Just know when it flips like the Batman signal. I'm either going to say three things. Bro, I'm proud of you. I'm in jail. I need your help, bro.
Especially this past week, dude. I bet that fucking phone was going crazy.
Yeah, I hadn't even... I missed a message from elected official the other day.
Flex.
Just to show you how much I just didn't even, you know what I mean?
I get it,
and
dude.
I doubled back to hit them like, hey, I thought we were going to be able to get together, you know, because I'm trying to push an envelope about some justice reform stuff. And when I went to go hit them with I thought I was going to have to be the guy who was like, hey, Bubba, just kind of reaching back out. They had sent me a book 2 weeks before that I'd fucking missed. And I'm like, oh my God, I hope the fucking...
That's crazy.
Such and such, this political figure's office doesn't think I'm like fucking some douchebag. So I'm sitting like I'm super sorry. Right. Maybe email me next time. I do better with email. I'm getting less emails than text.
Right.
You know, it's just, I don't know. I got to figure out a system to figure that out because I'm missing really stuff that I should
probably
be seeing.
Opportunities and shit, you know what I mean, along with that. But, you know, maybe with some of that time you get off, man, at least catch up on some emails and fucking text messages and see if that gets you anywhere. But
man. Get you
some peace and quiet, man.
What you doing, man, is an inspiration, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
and I'm excited too. I'm inspired by the fucking Joe and Jerry.
Man,
man.
Yeah, we're excited.
I think it was good to see you come back out and get serious again. Rail had told me, and I was excited to see it. I'm proud of the way you've been, you know, ever since Worm passed away. It kind of lit something in Chatty that
for sure,
facts.
Yeah, that
for sure.
Man, and these guys, man, I tell them all the time, man, they was a big part of that. You know what I'm saying? It was me getting back at it, man. So it's like
Gary V used to say this right here. It's my favorite analogy he ever said was, if they said tomorrow at 9:00 in the morning, we're going to give $1 million to the first person that can hit a home run at First Horizon Park. Right? 9:00 in the morning, you show up as a line wrapped around the fucking park. There's two kind of people. The person that walks up there, hits 3 or 4, swings 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, misses. 2, 3, 4 guys behind him in line are going, you're never going to do it. You don't got the strength. I really played baseball. Why the fuck are you in the way?
Right.
Eventually that person puts the bat down, says they're not going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
The second kind of person is the person that's going to sit there and swing the bat until they fucking faint.
Yeah.
You just got to figure out which one you are.
Yeah.
Are you a swing the bat?
I'm
Like
still
while they're
swinging,
heckling,
Yeah.
people are hating you. There's
Yeah.
a dude behind you talking about your mama.
Yeah.
You are fucking this because nobody wants to see you hit the home run.
Right.
Everybody's got to go home. Then you don't have a fan in the building behind you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Are you going to swing until you faint?
Yep.
And I promise you,
Yeah, we still swinging over here.
that's it, dog.
Believe that.
There's no
Believe that.
way it's not going to come back around.
Believe that, man.
I didn't do nothing different, dog. I'd say this every fucking time. All I did different was hit upload more. And by default, I did it more, so I worked more, so I wrote more songs, and I performed more than everybody. So by default, I built more of a, I got just like time under pressure.
Right. Right.
It's like if I tell you, if you go out and throw a football 10 times a day and you throw one 200 times a day, in 6 months, you're going to throw a way better fucking football than you.
Right.
It's just how that goes.
Right. Right.
I'm sorry, that's
Right.
just the nature of how that works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that what I'm watching y'all do now is I've watched it click in y'all. It's like, oh, yeah, he's right. Fuck you. I'm just going to keep swinging.
Yeah.
Whatever.
For sure.
You know, it's, to this day, dude, I don't look at streaming numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can tell that I'm going the right direction. So, I mean, I'll be aware of where I'm at. I never want to be out of my own career, but I don't obsess when a song does good or when a song doesn't do what I want it to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter. I'm gonna drop more music.
Right.
And God, it didn't matter back then. Why should it matter now?
Yeah.
That's me having a pep talk with myself because I recently had a moment where I was scared to release music. That's what took me so long to drop She and Talk to God and Need a Favor. Because I had I just came off 2 big hits. Save Me was a fucking double platinum record, and fucking Son of a Sinner's gonna end up being, God willing, knocking on whatever wood we got here.
Yeah.
Hey, son of a
It's going to be a #1 on country radio, right? So it's like Dead Man Walking was a #1 at rock. I'm like, I was scared to release, and I was like, man, you got here by being not scared to release.
Right,
You
right.
built your whole career on just hitting upload, not giving a fuck if people listen or not.
Yeah.
You knew you were saying something that was of value, so you just hit upload and prayed.
Right.
You know, and that's what I did. That's where I'm at with it now. You know what I mean? I had a moment, you know, just that's all mine.
That shit crazy, man.
That's the shit that that's the little bit of wisdom I feel like I can bestow from where I'm at in my life right now. That is the biggest thing that I think was a differentiating factor.
Yeah.
I just wrote a lot of songs.
Yeah.
I didn't even do it intentionally. I didn't do nothing else but write songs.
Yeah, for sure.
So you just look up and somebody's like, you're a really good songwriter. I'm like, well, fuck, I've wrote 700 of them. I better be. You know what I mean? And it's like, now I look back, I'm like, I've wrote thousands of songs. Now, I'm a decent fucking songwriter.
That spiral is tight, man.
Yeah, the spiral's tight. I've been throwing the fuck out of it. Back to
Tight
Joe and
spiral.
Jerry, right? You know what I'm saying? I've been throwing the fuck out of it. You know what I mean? It's like, shit.
Well, dude, we appreciate that. And not only that, we already are working on Troy and Emmett, which is the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah,
And you know,
working,
Jelly,
man.
I mean,
Working,
you want to beat Daryl Johnston or Michael Irvin on one of them songs? Come on.
I'm in. Y'all know where are y'all recording that?
At his cousin's spot
Yeah,
right there
man,
on
Out north.
In Metro
Yeah.
Center, man.
Yep.
I forgot the name.
You know what's crazy? I might be going over to that studio anyways. Then I think that's where the
Probably
Impact
so.
studio is.
Probably so. I can't even think of the name.
The one that Robert Sherrill and them are doing. The guys that we partner with for all this juvenile justice reform stuff
Okay.
and all that money
Oh,
we're donating. Now he's got a studio in Metro Center for the after program we're supposed to put together.
There's a lot of spots in that building.
Almost every time we're in there, somebody's in there either listening to you or you're playing on CMT or we were just in there the other night recording.
Was.
Yeah, I was
Son
in-
of a Sinner was on.
I was in the
Yeah,
gas
it was on.
station the other night and heard you.
Oh goodness, yeah.
Hey, that's
Crazy.
the dope shit, though. That's the
Yeah,
dope shit, man.
that's
You
the
ride,
cool shit.
I'm riding in Cool Springs, man. I pull up to this little S10, the old school S10. You know what I mean? Dude in that motherfucker, man. He going in. I'm like, damn, that voice sound familiar. And I'm like, that's motherfucking Jelly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what? You know what? Remember, I looked at you right now in your face and seen it again when I was singing "Son of a Sinner." I looked because the Dulé family was right here that owned Suco Boxing Gym. Austin Dulay's daddy, Fred Dulé, Danielle Dulé, their whole family was right there. And I looked at Fred and I was like, "If you ever wonder why we," and I looked above Fred and you were standing right there on the rail.
Yeah.
And you didn't even, I don't know, you didn't even look at me. You had your eyes closed. And the part where I said, "Write these songs," you went,
Man, that's my
and you
shit,
put your
bro.
hand like that.
Yeah.
And when you did that, I was like,
That's
damn,
my
that's
shit.
crazy. I didn't think one would know that song.
That's my-
I thought
that's
that
my
in my
shit.
head. I was like, that's crazy one knows that song.
That's my shit right there, man. That's one of my favorite songs right now.
I think that's so awesome. You saw him. Though.
Yeah,
I'm telling you what he did with his hand.
I know.
telling you, I
right?
watched
I'm not doubting that you did.
He was
I just
wearing a
think-
hoodie or some
I think
shit.
it's dope. Yeah, he did. He had a soundproof hoodie on.
Yeah, that's
I just think
fucking
it's dope
crazy,
to hear
man.
you
That's
talk
one.
about it.
Yeah, man. How the fuck? You got all this shit going on, man. Fucking fireworks. That shit's dangerous.
No, dude, I seen Cortland Finnegan out in the crowd. He was like stage rightish, kind of
dangerous.
Oh yeah, no, it's fire. Yeah, no, that shit is dangerous.
Man.
It is. No, it's dangerous.
Jelly, you be
but I
careful out
rehearsed
there.
them. I knew where the cues were. I got burnt one time this year and learned a big lesson. I came around the corner where the cue was, and I just tried to cut the corner sharper than I could have, and caught my little shit on fire. Yeah. But no, I learned it. No, I'm telling y'all, it was something about that night. The first 2-3 songs, frankly, I just remember being nervous. And then when I breathed and walked that stage, it's like all of a sudden, I knew the shit was moving fast, but it just felt so slow to me.
Yeah. Wow.
It's like when shit's moving fast, but you're looking a room and you're seeing everything. The way I could see people's faces so clear was insane to me from that stage. And I don't know if that was the lighting and production we had, but like I looked out and seen Cortland Finnegan in the crowd. And it clearly was like, God damn, Cortland's here. I wonder why he didn't come see me. I'm having thoughts like that. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm like, I'm seeing famous TikTokers. I seen Justin Nunley. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing like famous TikTok, like real famous TikTokers. I'm like,
one ran up.
Damn. Yeah, I'm like, damn, such and such.
Kimura saw one at the after party and went absolutely batshit over.
No, I'm telling you,
some little girl. I don't know who it was, but
probably Demps.
I have no idea. She went.
Demps was there with Bunny, but listen, Bunny had all of like. It was crazy. I'm not sure if Caden came. I didn't see him, but he probably did. But there was so many like.
Her name was Christian or something, wasn't it?
Christian.
Christian.
Pretty blonde girl. She was like a younger girl. She was really pretty. But I thought it was her boyfriend, and Kimura was like, and I just leaned over and asked the gentleman.
Oh, you talking about Kristen Whitman?
That's probably it.
Yeah.
But I had told her boyfriend. I had like leaned into him, and I was like, man, I'm sorry, man. I was like, well, my daughter's going ape shit crazy. If you don't mind, would you just saying hello to her? Guys felt like a cheese ball. He was a young kid, you know what I'm saying? I feel bad asking a kid. Yeah. And he's like, oh, bro, it's not me. It's her. And she grabbed Kimura and gave Kimura a moment, dude, and called her beautiful. Kimura was crying and shit.
Oh, that's so awesome.
It was super sweet,
Kristen's cool. They were all there, man, but it was stuff I kept seeing that I was just like, oh, that's unreal.
That's crazy.
That's a wild thing to be happening in this arena right now.
The whole thing was unreal, Jelly. It was so surreal, bro. To see it all, like I said, man, to see the stages of this shit, the story, bro. You know, through it all, dog. You know, luckily over the past year and a half, we've had this podcast to sort of relate and tell these stories when you're around. But Bridgestone was a different level, Bubba. It was a completely.
I've never been more humbled, man.
It was the most.
I went home and laid in my bed and just buzzed and cried.
Oh,
I just thought about it all the way through, and I was just like, man, this is just I cried. I'm surprised I cried on stage only because I cried so much that morning. Yeah, like I went to that arena really early. I went up and sat up in 302, and smoked like 3.
Hell yeah!
I sat up there and watched them set up the whole TV screen and put the production through it and dial it in. I sat up there from like noon to 3.
That's fire.
Just blowing.
Hell yeah!
Man, what a camera at? Listen, man, country music, rock music, like y'all owe this man extra. And the reason I say that is, man, because you got motherfuckers from like where I'm from, man. Motherfuckers ain't just riding around listening to it. You know what I'm saying? However, ever since Strug, you know what I'm saying, has done y'all thing, man. I'm seeing some of the hardest motherfuckers that statute of limitations up that I sold dope with. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker was in the trenches with, listening to y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? That turned me on even more. No, real shit. Real. Fucking struggles, outlaw shit. Yeah. Open up my eyes to like, all right, man, like dive off into this country. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And then the more that you got off into it, I'm like, I gotta listen to my people. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, cool. And then it pushed me towards other motherfuckers.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all bring in the hood, man.
No, we're definitely bringing. I think that I'm having a fair exchange where we're bringing a core fan base to genres that artists don't normally come with core fan bases.
Yeah.
Right. It's like
you're still gonna do a rap album though, right?
Oh yeah, no. Me and Stoner talked the other day. Me and Stoner been cooking one on and off for about a year.
We know about it.
Yeah, no, we went over. You heard a bunch of it. I played a bunch of it for you. We just getting our schedules to. I haven't had a schedule. I wish I could. Words cannot. I wish. The only thing I wish I could catch that people could get is how much work comes with this process.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Like when I tell you, dog, that I don't have, when motherfuckers like, you got time for what you make time for. I am making time to build a career. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're right. You know, but I'm not gonna stop working hard because you want me to call you. You know what I mean? I'm in the middle of something. I'm trying to build something that'll last long after we leave. You know what I mean? There's a workload that comes with this shit where it's like, I was on the radio. I did a Bobby Bones the other day. That interview should come out at the top of the year.
Flex.
But, and maybe I wasn't, I don't know if I was, fucking who cares. I'm sorry if I blow something, but whatever. And I was talking to them, they're like, what do you like to do in your spare time? And I was like, I don't really have spare time.
Yeah, I mean, this is,
you know what I mean?
This is
like,
my spare time.
There's got to be something you like to do. I was like, no, I don't think you understand. I don't, if I have spare time, I need to go see my mama. Yeah. Where it probably starts at for me. What I need to do is put my daughter in the car and take her to go see my mama. Yeah. Because I need to spend some time with her. I hadn't been catching up with her like I want to. Yeah. And then I need to come home and take my wife to dinner. Really, I need to take my wife to the mountain and just fuck her for about 5 days, frankly. The kind of year I've had. You know what I mean? Like, I really just need to go pin her to a wall for about a week.
Hell yeah.
And fucking just do nothing but her.
Hell
you know what I mean? And just kind of, because as much as I've done, you know, it's like, so when you look, it's like, it's fucking, I'm fucking swamped. You know what I'm saying? They don't mean to be rude. It's just real.
No, you're dead
That's
on,
what
dude.
they couldn't have told me was happening with this shit. Yeah. That's what I couldn't have anticipated. That's what they don't tell you when they're like, let me tell you something that's going to come with success. You're going to have to schedule your shits. You're like, what? It's like, yep, today you shit from 1 to 112. That's the only time you really go. I look at schedules and go, do y'all know I'm going to shit or piss, right?
Yeah.
I don't see it in the schedule.
Right.
And I don't know where we're going to put it, because if you really want me to get from here to there that fast, it's not going to happen if I got shit. I'm going to be 10, 15 minutes late to something. You know what I'm saying? For sure. I'm going to have a bowel movement today. It's going to fuck this whole schedule up so tight. You know what I'm saying?
Any plans for New Year's, you and Miss Bunny? Y'all got plans for New Year's?
Sleep.
I hear you, Bubba.
Yeah. No, I'll talk to y'all off record. We've considered putting together something. We might actually do something, but I don't know. We're torn. We don't.
Yeah, I hear you. It's all good.
Yeah. You know what, man? I've been cutting back my drinking. That's how I lost a lot of that weight too. That and eating George Lockhart's cooking.
Yeah, I was waiting on you to bring it up. We got a brand new bottle of Casamigos over there.
No, I haven't been drinking at all, man.
That's good, man.
I've been just smoking a lot more and drinking a lot less.
Hell yeah, good for you.
And it's just kind of a thing where I had a moment where I was like, I just need to focus.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the middle of a really big moment here. Like, really, like, this is could change generations of life if I do this. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm having such an impact on people too. I don't want to have no asterisk by it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here to make an impact. I don't, I'll have time to celebrate later.
You definitely doing that, man.
You are
definitely doing that, man.
Yeah. I had a moment too where I was like, what the fuck about, like, the Bridgestone? Not what I did was I had to start deciphering what was real celebrating and what wasn't.
Yeah.
Because at first I was getting drunk every night because I was like, I'm celebrating. Fuck, I made it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, that was so bad for my liver because I was fucking drinking every night because I felt, fuck, we were celebrating. Now I'm like, Bridgestone, yeah, you celebrate. You have a drink.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? It's like you celebrate Red Rocks. We had some drinks at Red Rocks. You know what I mean? You celebrate, but, Also, I'm doing 5-6 shows in a row. Shit, I can't drink 5-6 days in a row. The way I drink, I don't drink like normal humans. I drink.
We know about it.
You know what it is.
God damn. No.
Yeah, people run away from me when I started drinking. They get scared. People scatter.
Especially little guys like me. I just can't do it.
The roughest drink experience I've ever had as a
Leroy's here
as a musician yet was in Little Rock, Arkansas, bro. And you said, Leroy, get up on stage, and I get up there and you said, he's going to take a shot with me. First of all, bro, fuck you. That wasn't a shot. He takes his tequila in this solo cup, and
half a cup, bro.
He pours a beer amount, right?
Have you a beer.
And it's like, now I got a chance to really show my ass, and I look over at my buddy I was there with. I was like, fuck, I ain't driving anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
they had video shoots all week, and I got Leroy fired up.
Oh,
and he did it on stage where if you said no, you were a bitch to everybody there.
For sure.
Well, look, right before
definitely. They would have booed you and everything.
I'm going to go say it. Right before that happened, like, I guess Still was out there opening for you. I was walking outside, smoking a blunt, and they're like, you ain't got to do that. It's like, word. And I see Jerry, and Jerry just did. I was like, oh, okay. Well,
we love Leroy.
Dude, we love you, Jelly. We're really appreciative of you pulling
Thanks
up.
for having me on today.
We're like right at 2 hours, man.
Yeah, I just looked at my phone. I was like,
we've been going, dude. We're right at 2 hours.
I didn't want to cut the podcast short, but I was going to say, boys, I got to roll, and I want to talk to y'all about some stuff. Not on camera. Yeah, we walked right in and started podding.
But shout out to you, Bubba. We appreciate the fuck out of you for pulling up, man.
I love y'all, man.
And giving everybody this episode, because I know each and every one of our listeners and watchers that are going to be super stoked to see you on so close to this achievement. You know what I mean? And we're just so proud of you, man. Just keep fucking going. We love the shit out of you, dude.
Love y'all, baby.
Hell yeah, man.
I don't know, man. Chad Arms, Leroy Biggs, O&E, Jelly Roll.
You know
Tell them.
Right? It's I got some shit to say. ChadArmesTV.com.
Yeah, bitch.
Mildred.
Chatty.
Bitch, Mildred.
Oh, fuck you.
Bitch, we got views.